Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Average Overlanders podcast. I'm Jared.
And I'm Ben.
And once again with us tonight is Chef Sean, Mr. Fastlane.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. Fastlane.
Living in the...
No, what's the song? It's an Eagles song, right?
I know, right?
Life in the fast lane. Yeah.
Just like that.
You
It's
know who
exactly
loves
how
the
it goes.
Eagles?
Me?
My dad and his friends.
God, does that mean I'm old?
No, I'm just kidding. They absolutely hate him.
Oh, for real?
we were at camp last weekend,
Hotel
and
California?
the guy we were with, he's like, "Is that Don Henley? Turn it
Oh,
off."
shut up.
Yeah.
What are they listening to? Jazz or some shit?
No, they listen to a lot of classic
Country?
rock, but there's
Yeah.
just like a couple bands that they
They
can't
did.
stand. And to be honest with you, I don't like the Eagles either.
The
you know?
music?
Yeah, I mean, there's only a couple songs. I was like, okay,
yeah.
But Hotel California is so played
It's
out.
overplayed.
Yeah.
Overplayed. I mean, it was probably a good song,
yeah,
but
It's a good
like,
song, but yeah, it's just
heard it way too many times. And then Life in the Fast Lane. I like that one only because, what was it, Joe Walsh? He was such a train wreck, dude. Like, that's what that song was about. Oh, man. That's the only reason why I like it.
The meaning behind it.
Fast lane. Yeah, but anyways, we weren't allowed to listen to the Eagles last weekend
Aw. Bummer.
or by any of their people.
That's on my playlist, so I'm sorry if I offend your dad ever. When
Well,
I'm
no,
playing.
it was on mine too.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was less to do with my dad and more to do with others at the camp.
Okay, fair.
Anyways,
classic rock's where it's at, man.
Yeah.
you know what? Honestly, they don't make music like they used to.
All right. Oh, these kids today.
All
they're
these
hip-
whippersnappers,
rock and roll and
They don't
hippity
know.
hoppity.
all their auto tune. God damn it, T-Pain.
Ruined it.
It ruined it for everybody. Anyways,
Ben's little music rant over.
sorry, music rant's over. So Sean,
Yeah.
thanks for coming back, man.
Anytime. Enjoy hanging out with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Do you realize that when this episode drops, most people will be listening to it on their way to Little Smoky's Camp Out
Driving up the mountain.
Hell yeah.
and gonna enter into the cook-off.
I can't
Dude,
wait.
It's gonna be fun, dude.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. And they're gonna be stoked. We got some cool prizes.
Yeah,
I don't know if we should. Maybe we should. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. No.
we got something to give away.
Yeah. First place, you get some rad prizes, and then
The rad bragging rights.
yeah, some cool bragging rights. That's the biggest prize, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
Second and third, you got something too. Actually, everybody who entered,
Everybody
everybody who's cooking is going to be fucking hooked up. So, bravo.
hell yeah, courtesy of our lovely friends
Oh,
and
yeah.
sponsors.
Yes,
All right,
I can't wait to see what happens.
dude. Oh, okay.
it
You-
could be a
you-
shit show.
It's gonna be no. You know what? Okay, I got to be honest. You know, my dad said he's entering and everything, and I was like, okay. You know, I mean, I've had his food growing up, so like I know how he cooks and everything. You know what I mean? And it wasn't bad at all. Like he's always made good stuff. I think his strongest point is probably his breakfast.
Oh,
He makes
does.
the best breakfast, dude. But you know, we were camping this past weekend out in Arizona, and
right.
he had brought out one of those cast iron Dutch ovens or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, did he?
He made a chili in that thing, dude. I was like,
Camp chili?
I didn't want to be like that guy. Like, hey, can I have some more, please?
Why not? You're with your dad. Fuck it.
No, I know, but like he made it for like kind of everybody, and he also made some cornbread to go with it.
Oh, dude.
Was he practicing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was, but I don't think he said his dish wasn't the chili. I told him it should have been the chili because it was so damn good.
Dang.
But no, he bought online, and I always screw this up. But you know those Coleman 2 burners,
Yeah.
and then they had at the time a steel
Oh, the oven thing.
the
Yeah.
oven attachment.
I
yeah.
wanted that thing.
It like folds up, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
like
it
flat.
folds up flat.
Yeah.
yeah. So
rad.
he found one on Craigslist. The guy wanted $30.
What?
And so he went to go look at it, but it was missing the wire racks. And there's 2 wire racks.
Right.
It was missing the racks. He's like, well, then
the
it
point
just
of
sits
it?
on the burner, right? And so he was like, oh, man. And the guy's like, you know what? Just take it for free. And my dad's like,
Shut up.
My dad's like, I don't feel right. He's like, how about I just give you $10 or whatever? And so he gave him $10. So he got this thing, and it has a thermometer on it. It works.
it's legit.
Yeah.
Wall.
And the newer versions of it are aluminum. And aluminum dissipates heat a lot faster than
Yeah.
steel. And so that's why it doesn't like retain it. And so the old school steel ones work so much better.
Yeah.
So he made perfect cornbread in this little oven. And I got to give a shout out to Dave his friend who was also camping with us, he actually welded up the little teeth. He bought, I don't know where my dad got the racks from.
Oh, you found some racks?
He found some racks that would fit. I don't know where he found them. Amazon, Target, Walmart. I don't know. But he had his buddy Dave weld on the little feet to extend it so it would fit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Little custom job. I like it.
Yeah. And so he did that and it worked. And I was like, dang.
For $10.
For $10.
That's pretty rad.
That's awesome.
That's a comeuppance right there, dude.
So he had an oven and a Dutch oven, and he was cooking the chili and the cornbread and everything. It was so good on a 2-burner Coleman.
That's fucking rad.
Dude,
That's the kind of game I expect to see next weekend.
tell your dad here, but give him a pro tip for that oven. Get a brick.
I'm sorry. I didn't do it justice. I didn't do it justice.
Wait.
So you know what he did on the bottom, and I think this is where you're going with it. He bought the pizza stone.
Yeah.
There you go.
To even the heat distribution.
Right.
So
'Cause
It absorbs the.
Yep.
So
That's a
yeah,
good idea.
I can't believe I forgot that. But you know what? A brick.
Yeah.
will do the same.
Even a brick. Wrap it in aluminum foil because it will absorb the heat, but then it dissipates it.
and makes it go around and
Right.
all around. Yeah.
What about? Well, yeah, I guess brick is good. I was gonna say like, and because I know like sometimes like concrete has like people with big fire pits out of concrete, but it has
Yeah.
a heat where it'll blow up on you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
the concrete. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't use like a concrete brick. Get a
Yeah.
real brick.
Like clay brick.
Yeah,
clay
clay I
brick.
think has a better heat,
Yeah.
than like
Or
concrete.
even like a paver. You know, like
Yeah.
a flat.
Yeah.
More
Or-
square.
A $10 pizza stone from
yeah,
Walmart.
actually legit right there. Yeah.
If they have one that'll fit, yeah, throw it in there.
Yeah, it was like the perfect size. I think you had like a 10-inch one or something like that. Fit right in there and it just radiated the heat up, man.
Oh, man.
Worked out great, dude. Perfect
bet.
cornbread
Dude, it like
in the middle of nowhere.
I would say in the middle of
camp, yeah.
nowhere, some warm cornbread with your chili. Dude, like holy shit, dude. Like chili is
Stupid
like
good.
amazing at camp, but like
Yeah.
somebody give you a piece of cornbread with that, get
Fresh
the fuck
cornbread.
out of here, dude.
It was really good.
That's
Oh
not
my
gonna
god,
lie.
that sounds delicious right now.
I know, we're all hungry over here. Yeah. But yeah, man. So we're not going to announce what our secret ingredient is.
Nope.
Nope.
But are you excited to taste the flavors? Are you going to be taken to Flavor Town next weekend? I got to
I
bleach
hope
my
so.
hair and put some spikes in
Yeah,
it.
get some
be like
flame
Guy Fieri.
sunglasses and shit.
Yeah.
Flame
I'm
shirt.
already overweight, so I just got to like have like a big chains and big rings, you know?
No, I am excited to see what everybody comes up with. I've heard some talk. I'm not going to say who or what.
Oh, really?
Have people been probing you?
Yes.
Maybe.
I've had
They've
people
been
hit me
probing
up.
me,
Dude. I just let me know, dude. I won't tell anybody you told me. You get the fuck out of here.
Well, my buddy Eric, I work with him, and he's very like to the book, right? He's not gonna. He just asked me. He's like, "Hey, man," he's just asking me general rules, you know.
Yep.
He didn't ask for any insider information, and he's got a plan, man. So I'm excited to see what people have. But I know he wanted to know certain things, but I work with him, but I didn't say anything to him.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited. I want to see what ideas people come up with, what, creations.
Yeah, original, creativity
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
How they make it.
Interesting, yeah.
That's what intrigues me, is how people get creative, not only with the ingredients and stuff, but their methods and
Right.
techniques,
Yeah.
Because
How are you cooking?
Yeah, you're at the back of your truck, like you don't have a full kitchen.
Yeah.
So
You got limited space, limited tools at your disposal. Like,
Right.
how are you going to make this happen? How are you going to pull it off?
And everybody's
Yeah.
bringing their own cooking setup.
Yeah, we're not
Right.
providing nothing. They got
Right.
how they're.
So
That'd
it'll be fun to
cool.
watch.
Yeah, I like to see
I'm
how it
excited to
plays
walk
out.
around and see the different methods going on, and you know.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, man. You can't. We can't really walk around because it's going to be a number system.
We can see them cooking though.
You can still observe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be a number system.
Well, the number
We-
system
we
is
have
based
to make
off like the final product.
Right.
So that doesn't have anything to do with how they're preparing the meal.
right.
Yeah, but my point is that we will see the person, what they're preparing.
Oh, it's not going to be
And
a
then we'll
blind
know.
taste test.
No.
Well, it's
they're
supposed to
gonna-
be, I thought.
I don't think
No,
They
no.
present their meal and we judge it off of
Yeah.
we have to know who to assign the winner to. Like, okay, this is it. I mean,
I thought we were going to be like, okay, number 14, here's your score. and
Oh
then-
no, I
Everything like
don't.
that.
Most of like all the other cooking competition shows, like we know who presented this meal.
Yeah.
a lot of the cooking competitions you don't know.
Really?
On the Great American Barbecue Cook-Off or whatever, like they
I don't watch
know.
a lot of meal.
Oh,
cooking
I do.
shows.
Like,
I wanna see
people
like
cooking,
Chopped, like
Yeah.
Chopped, they do. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's like 4 of them, and they're
Right.
like, here's my shit.
Yeah, nailed
you know?
it. That's
Right,
the
and
one I watched.
the whole time the judges are
Jared and
sitting
nailed
right
it.
there. Yeah.
That's a real cooking show. Fuck
I
off.
know it's good.
Me and my daughter watch it. Fuck off.
Hey, I watch it with Hannah too.
I watch it too with
it's
my
fun.
daughters. Anyways, what were you saying?
No, but like Chopped, Top Chef, you know, the judges are sitting right there watching them the whole time while
Yeah.
they're running around like crazy,
Panicking and yeah.
Or even like Top Chef. A lot of times the chef's walking through the kitchen like, "Hey, tell me what you're doing right now. Like, how are you?
Okay.
What is it you're working with, or how are you cooking that?
Yeah.
And kind of talking to them as they're working. So
And I like
right.
to kind of observe and make sure nobody we don't have some enemies of the podcast coming in. They're just there to poison us.
If we have enemies, that means we've made it. I hope I
Yes,
get
I
poisoned.
hope we have enemies.
Please, no, not really. Yeah, no, but I know who's coming. I have the list. I know who's cooking. There's actually a couple people I don't know who's cooking. There's a few people on the.
That'd be good.
Maybe I just don't recognize their
Handles.
names
Yeah.
because I know them by Instagram.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
oh yeah,
And we have no bias, no favorite. I don't give a fuck if you're my brother and you're entering. Suck it. You better make
No,
something good,
but
bro.
everybody's gonna be like,
You're
oh.
almost knocked down a notch. You lost a point just because of your family.
expectations are higher.
yeah.
Yeah, well, because my dad's participating. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna give him a free pass.
Right.
Yeah. He used to make me do yard work. Of course, I'm gonna be hard on him.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like,
Pay
Dad,
back the bitch.
it could have used a little more salt. I'm just gonna be honest. He'll be like, "What do you know?
right?
You're in digital marketing. What the fuck do you know about salt? It's a flavor enhancer, sir."
Yes.
Anyways,
And I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
but no, I'm super excited. Can't wait to get up there, and
Yeah.
see everybody roll in, and then the day of the competition, let's get to it.
yeah, man. Saturday they have 2 hours, and they don't have to prepare 3 different. I sent out an email today.
Yes.
And-
I had people asking me "Hey, I'm like, it's in an email and check your junk folder, everybody."
Yeah, it didn't go to my junk folder.
Yeah.
but
Well,
then
I
again,
was talking to Tony and it went to his junk folder.
well, check your junk folder. It's not junk. It's amazing hard work that I put in this morning.
Yeah.
Before,
Pin that to the top.
before work, of course, before 9 a.m.
Absolutely.
That's true, actually.
It was.
It was.
We were
I-
talking at
yeah.
6 a.m. this morning. We were talking about
Yeah.
it.
No, but I sent out an email with camp instructions, kind of like, what's the deal? Some, basic rules. I don't want to be like a rule man, but common courtesy shit, Also,
I mean, we can
Pack
talk about
in.
it right now.
pack in, pack out,
Yeah. So Friday check-in is at 3:00. That's the earliest
Yes.
you can get there. So don't show up at 12 and be like, "Yo, sorry, bro. Go hit some trails in the meantime and come
Yeah.
back."
Well, people were asking me oh, what is there to do up there? It's like, dude, you can go hiking.
There's so much to do up there.
There's little trails you can go hiking. Just take a long walk, dude. There's so much cool stuff. In fact, I don't condone this because I don't know if it's an official trail or not. It was on Onyx and everything else, but
Oh, that one we did?
last year, the one we did was a fun little trail.
Dude, that was rad. And
It was rad.
The views up there are pretty dope. Even just from that camp spot, if you head up the hill a little bit, there's some rad lookouts. It overlooks all of basically Palm Springs, where the windmills are, the
Morongo
10,
and that, right?
Morongo. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking of. Yeah. So it overlooks all that. It's like a bitchin' view.
Well, I was gonna say at one point on the trail going up, there is a big lookout, right, with even railings and all that.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
get out and you can go up to climb up these rocks and there's
Yeah.
railings and stuff. So there's a bunch of rad shit to do around there.
Right.
Yeah. So I sent out this email. So check your junk folder. It's from the Average Overlanders,
Hey.
and the address is me, which is ben@averageoverlanders.com. That's our website. In case you didn't know, now you know.
Check it out.
But it's Little Smokey's Camp Out and Cooking Challenge. That's the title of it. So it's just some more information about what to expect next week. So I'm just going to go through it just because we've had actually a lot of questions, even though I sent out an email. Location, Black Mountain Group Campsite number 1. In the email, click on the blue link. Shows pictures, shows where it's at, it's location wise, everything.
Yep.
Google it. Google's your friend.
Yes. Yes.
Gates open, as Jared mentioned, on Friday at 3, and we must be out of there by noon on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
Give everybody
you
plenty
can
of
sleep
time.
in,
Yeah,
but
sleep in, get up, make breakfast even, and just slow roll it. Then do whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want. Go hit more trails after
Yeah.
that if you want, or head home.
take
I
your
don't
trash. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Take your trash.
Be cool.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, so if you're camping with us, we have to have a liability waiver because I don't want to be sued because you slice your finger open in the cooking challenge. Okay.
Suck it.
You cut yourself. It's on you, man. And we encourage people to like bring first aid kits, like bring your own gear.
They should all have.
You should all have this anyways.
I'm always
A
prepared.
rescue.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, unfortunately he can't be here because he has another show. He was going to come, but yeah.
Oh yeah, the rescue guy.
Yeah, rescue, first aid. Check him out on Instagram.
Yeah, $60 and you got a kit. And by the way, there was an anti-acid pack that I needed to give to one of the people at camp this past weekend. And I was the only person. He's like, you probably don't have any anti-acid stuff. And I actually had one. So I was like, wow.
I used my my last camping trip. We were out and I sliced my fucking finger open. I'm like, son of a bitch, dude, right on the palm.
Jared,
of your...
I'm having you sign liability.
I know. I am the one who needs to sign it.
He needs to sign 2.
I probably.
Well, everyone has to sign one, so you need to sign it for yourself and your
guests.
kids.
Yeah.
Because people bring in kids, like you're responsible for yourself. I mean, that's really what it is, right? So bring your own camping gear: water, food, safety, first aid, all that fun stuff, right? Like you're
Food,
camping.
Yeah, all your normal. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're participating in the challenge, obviously bring a little bit extra for some other people to try.
We're still in fire ban, so don't worry about bringing wood because we can't.
That's
if
a
you have a
big one.
propane fire pit, Brad, bring it. Bring extra propane if you got it. We can. Maybe we can just pile all our propane bits together and make one
Have
giant
a propane bonfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I forgot actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it
Add
was
that
like
on.
6-7 a.m. when I was writing this. But basically, you have to get a fire permit.
Yeah, you
You're
should
in
have
the
that
state of
anyways.
California.
Yeah.
There's some people coming
I got
from
mine.
Arizona. You have to go online. It's free.
Yeah.
It takes like 5 minutes. It's common sense.
Yep.
You don't even need to study. You'll get 100%.
It's like 5 questions, but they're super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always one that was like, oh, how many feet
trick
back?
question.
Is it 9 feet, 10 feet, or 11 feet? And you're like, none of the above. It's 12. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But like, you have to get your fire permit. So if you're going to have a propane fire, you need to be there. But honestly,
if you're camping in California anyway, it's like you should just have that.
Yeah.
exactly.
It does. It's like a no-brainer. Just get it.
Don't bring firewood.
Yeah,
there
don't
are
bring
no
it.
fires, but you can have a propane fire pit if you have your license. This is the disclaimer. Anyways,
Yes.
we are going to bring a few games. We're not responsible for everybody's
Your entertainment.
because guess what? We're camping.
You're camping. What would you normally do when you go to camp?
You know what's funny? I
that.
saw a little video on Instagram. Of course, I was
Yeah.
watching it. I forgot it was on the toilet probably, and I saw it. But
Yeah. Usually.
no, there was this girl.
Is
She's
that where you're
walking
sending
around.
me memes from? Is the
Yeah,
toilet?
you know what time I go to the bathroom by how many memes I
can
send.
check exactly when
Yeah.
Ben's having a bowel movement right now.
He knows my schedule. But anyways,
Actually, you, Sean, and F-150 White Walker are the ones who give me memes like nonstop all day.
bro,
Yeah,
I
sorry
have
about that.
So it's all good. It entertains me.
I have severely cut down on it.
You
In
have.
fact, you
You're good.
send me more than I send you, and I counted it. So, anyways, my whole point is this. We're going to have some entertainment. It'll be fun. But I saw this meme where this lady was walking around. She's like, I love camping. You want to know why? Because no one's going to question you if you want a beer at 9:30 a.m.
Hell
You're
yeah.
camping. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
so that's what I was thinking about. But we are going to have a couple things. We're going to have cornhole. We're going to have a game called Bottle Bash, which is really
A lot of
fun. And then Friday night, we're going to be doing a movie. I swear to God, I'm trying my hardest. I'm going to download a movie. It's all going to be family friendly, but it'll probably be like The Great Outdoors, some
Nice.
classic,
That'd be a good one,
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet, actually. I want to.
Oh, that's good.
Is it? All right.
Anything with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd, man, it'll be amazing.
Oh, that'd be
And I also, sorry, tangent. Dan Aykroyd in that movie, his character, they were doing this conspiracy theory about how he quit whatever job and then he became the head of Selinsky Motors, which was like part of Callahan and everything.
yeah.
And then it was like his character moved on into Tommy Boy and
They're
then,
all
like,
linked
other
somehow.
movies. Yeah, they're all linked
What?
somehow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
rad.
It's kind of like the whole like 7 degrees of separation from Nicolas Cage. Or something.
Yeah.
Same conspiracy theory group. Anyways, we're going to be doing a movie on Friday night for whoever shows up. Hiking, exploring, and many other activities in the area.
definitely.
Go have fun, man. You can go out and come back.
We're literally right next to Idlewild.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just
Go
drive-
into town.
Go into town. Check it out. Check out.
Go
the,
buy some ingredients for the cook-off.
Yeah, the brewery's right there. They got a dope candy shop for the kids. Like,
Oh,
it's
dude,
just
that
a
candy
fun-
shop's awesome.
It's legit. Yeah.
I'm going there on Sunday, by the way.
The candy shop?
When we're done, we need a debrief at the brewery.
Oh, I thought you meant the candy shop. I might
yeah.
have to go both. I'll have Zoe with me.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'll load her up on sugar. We'll go over grab a beer. will be money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a rad place to go just to go explore.
Yeah, and it's not far.
Yeah.
Quiet hours. So I didn't want to be that guy, but I also don't want to be a pure 4x4 event where we're having like
It's not a
yelling and
rave.
screaming and raving at 2 a.m. So I just put on there quiet hours at 11. I wanted to say 10, but I didn't want to be a total bummer.
Okay, Dad.
But you know, I mean, you know, like certain people like don't want to party all night, but some people want to have a good time. They want to let loose. But guess what? Be respectful.
Yeah.
Just, you know, keep
And
it
you can
down.
you can stay up till 2 a.m. if you
I
want
don't
to.
care. You
but
can
just
drink.
like keep your tunes. Just keep them at a low.
Well,
like,
yeah.
you know,
Also, keep in mind there are other campgrounds nearby.
if you really want to party.
No, that
Oh no, not near us. We're pretty
near us.
isolated.
well because I watched
Kevin.
Overland for Low did a event up there, and they had people camped a little bit further down, and they were joking because they could hear
Well, if
one of the
they're-
other guys singing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were doing like karaoke or something.
Because we camped up there, but we camped like same idea. Instead of staying at the campground,
we got
just
the
kept.
big group site.
Yeah, that's
At the very
that's where
top
they
of the
were
mountain.
too. That's how
Yeah.
that's how I knew about that site.
But like, yeah, we've camped like where you can drop down, but it seemed fair enough, you know, away. But
Honestly, we're gonna have to figure. I'm gonna have to go up there this weekend, even though I don't want to.
but yeah, like, it's just common sense though. I mean, like, you know, we've been at camp before, like in camp, and like, you know, people start heading off to bed around 8 or 9. Okay,
'Cause it gets dark.
Yeah, it gets dark. People are tired. We're getting up
Yeah.
next day, hitting trails. So
Sure.
it's like same mindset, you know. And so at night we still have some music going, but we just have it low, and we're just telling stories around the campfire or whatever we're
Be
doing.
courteous, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
be
we're just
normal camp
not
courtesy.
raging.
courtesy.
Pretty simple.
So laser shows.
No laser show.
No, my brother's not coming. Rafa's not coming, so there's no laser light show.
Well, forget it.
And there's no smoke because there's no fires. So there you go. Let's be respectful to the land and each other.
Of course.
That's the biggest thing, you know what I mean?
Tread lightly.
Yeah. And most importantly, pack it in, pack it out. They're going to have trash cans and
There's
stuff.
vault toilets.
There's vault toilets. There's that stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, don't count on anything. Count on yourself. So
You should anyways. Yeah.
yeah,
Have
bring
all
your
the
own
water
toilet
you
paper.
need.
Bring your own, you know, toothbrush. You're not borrowing mine.
If you forgot something though, I'm sure we're a good community, and I'm sure people will help everybody out. So
I'm not sharing my toothbrush, Jared.
other than that,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So now getting into the cooking challenge, I'll make this brief. Basically, if you're participating in the cooking challenge, you had to have signed up. And here's the biggest thing: bring your own cooking gear. You know what? If you forget something and you want to borrow it from another contestant or somebody else, I don't care.
That's fair.
But bring your own cooking gear.
Yeah, you should
Whatever.
have that anyway.
Yeah. You must make. Now, here's the biggest question I kept getting: like, oh, how many things do I have to make? And blah blah blah. You have to make an entree, like a main entree, right? Whatever that may be, I don't care. Make an entree, but you have to make an entree plus either an appetizer or a dessert.
Yeah, one or the other. You don't have to do both.
You don't.
Just one or the other.
So you have to make an entree no matter what, and then one of the other ones, appetizer or dessert. You choose, your choice. One of your dishes must include the secret ingredient, or both. I don't care, but at least at minimum, one of them has to be, you know,
Yeah, it could be
including
in
the
your
secret
entree
ingredient.
or your dessert or whatever you happen to choose.
Yeah. You cannot cook anything prior to competition. You're allowed to food prep. You're allowed to like chop onions, and
Marinate.
something, whatever. You just can't cook anything. You're going to have 2 hours to prepare all your dishes. So I think that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. You can get creative. You can drink some beer. I don't care. You have 2 hours. And the competition starts on Saturday at 4 p.m. We're probably going to do at 3:30, kind of like a, hey, everybody huddle
Gather around, yeah.
Here's the deal. Here's your secret ingredient, yada, yada, yada. So you can start planning. Official, turn on your oven, turn on your stove, turn on your scuttle. I don't give a shit. if you want to cook with just acid with some lemon, I don't care, whatever. Starts at
solar
4
thing
p.m.
with the sun
Solar
and
cooker.
solar
You want to cook
cooker.
some weenies in a solar
Hey.
cooker, whatever. Competition starts at 4, ends at 6. Judging starts at 6 because we're all going to be hungry.
Exactly.
All right. And if you want more information, go to averageoverlanders.com. There's a link to the event page, which I also include for our sponsors. There's links to their websites too.
And if for some reason you registered but you didn't get the email, just message us on Instagram and we'll figure it out with you.
Well, they're going to be driving up, so whatever.
Oh yeah, never mind. Then you're too late. Fucked.
No. We release this in the morning, so
Yeah, no, you
they
have
could
all
be at
day to
work all
figure this
day and
shit
then
out.
drive up or
Yeah.
whatever. Because most people aren't going to get there at like 3 o'clock.
I got to
on
work Friday. I'm not gonna be in there at 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
I'll be up there, but you will not.
No, I can't. I got to pick Zoe up from school at 3. So
Yeah. So super excited, super stoked. Get your shit together and better bring your A game because I know a lot of people that are like going ham.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit,
dude! I don't even want to say it, but Norm is going ham, dude.
oh yeah,
He told us what he's doing. Like,
yeah, how he's preparing for it.
Yeah.
he's
He
going
stopped by
wild.
the other day,
He's
yeah.
going wild. So that's all I'll say. You better bring your A game.
Yeah. I may or may not have heard from him.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, he wants to cook something. He wants you to put it on your menu at your restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And you know what?
Oh shit.
Norm talks a lot of shit. He better bring his A game.
Talk some
Yeah.
game.
Better bring,
back it
better bring
up.
your A game, brother.
I'm looking forward to it.
I know.
All right.
I know he's gonna do well. I just don't know how well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot.
We don't
There's gonna be a
know-
lot of hot.
Yeah. We don't know who else is
There
bringing
could be
their
some
A game.
sleepers.
15
Yeah.
people signed up for cooking.
15 people,
So you have 14 other people you're competing against in this competition. It's gonna be stiff.
and you don't know what they're gonna
It's
bring.
just not just you and 3 other dudes. You got a bunch of people.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Can we say that every contestant is gonna?
Oh, yeah, we might as well. Yeah, we can talk about all the prizes. And
I
all
just
that
wanna-
stuff. We're
okay,
not, it's not a secret.
we're not
We already
say
have it all
what.
lined up.
We're not
Yeah,
getting
we
to
can.
plugs
Yeah.
yet, but we have a couple sponsors I definitely want to shout out because they're helping us with the prize packs and
Super
everything.
hooking us up. So
super hooking us up.
appreciative of this.
So we're not going to say what they're giving us, but I'll just say the companies. We have Otzi Gear.
Otzi Gear's on board.
Otzi Gear is on board, and you know what? I'm super bummed that they're not going to be there.
I know they're doing Van
that'd be-
Expo this
yeah.
weekend
because they are like chefs themselves.
they should have entered. Their food they've cooked for me
Super
a bunch.
cool guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
it's awesome.
You've had their food.
Oh yeah, every time is amazing. So yeah,
Yeah, well,
probably
it's a
they're not
good
showing up.
thing they're not showing up.
Yeah.
But they did donate a nice prize.
Rad prize. So yeah,
yeah.
hooked it up.
Hooked it up. Want a big shout out to Otzi Gear.
Yeah.
Another big shout out is to Overland Spices.
Yep.
If you don't know, they have some amazing spices.
You should check
And
it
you know
out.
what? People are like, "Oh, that's cheesy, gimmicky." Or
No,
whatever.
no,
Like,
they're good. I use
like,
them.
oh. Yeah, dude. You know, okay. Funny story, real quick. And this is not like a planted type of deal,
yeah.
right?
Right.
So again, I was camping this past weekend in Arizona with my dad and his friends, and our one of the friends made this Asian dish. He made, it was katsu chicken
Oh, nice.
and fried rice. And so he pounded the chickens. He was doing the planko, all this other stuff. He made this amazing. He made his own katsu sauce
Damn.
with the ketchup and the like all the different
you
ingredients.
nuts out there. Shit.
Yeah, dude. No, he's legit. So this guy is legit when he cooks. And so I was like, oh man, I just brought like steak and broccoli. I was feeling I had some really nice top sirloins.
That's good too, though.
You know,
So, yeah,
some pretty
normally-
thick top sirloins. My brother had his Blackstone, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna cook it. So I seasoned them very well with triple locked.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's my
Overland
favorite.
Spices triple locked.
Yep.
It's probably their most popular spice blend.
Yeah.
Well, I did that, and I didn't add any butter. I didn't add anything. It was straight up meat and triple locked. And I cooked that thing to medium rare. I pulled it off, and he sliced it up. And he's like, "Dude, this is one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life."
Nice.
dude.
Swear to
yeah,
God,
dude.
this is not a planted plug or anything, but like it was so much so that I gave him my triple locked.
Oh, did you?
Because
Could
he's like, what was that seasoning? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's this place called Overland Spices, yada yada yada. And he says triple locked, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. I was like, you know what? Don't remember it. I'm gonna give you mine,
Nice.
and then you can go buy some more later because it's only like $8 per thing.
Oh yeah.
That's
which
not
is
bad.
pretty
For-
much
for
on par with
seasoning?
everything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the seasoning. And you can get the convoy for $24, which makes it, you know,
Is there a 3-pack of all their
yeah,
three
three
different
pack.
spices?
Yeah, so it's like $24, like $8 a piece or whatever. So, anyways, he said it was one of the best steaks. He's like, man, you cooked that thing just perfect. And I was like, actually, I forgot about it, but I flipped it, seared it, you know.
Packing it up. You know?
But yeah, Overland Spices, big shout out to them. They gave us some prizes,
Yeah,
pretty
got
cool
prizes
prizes
for them
too,
as
man.
well. Mhm.
Yeah, and then
We
who
got
else?
We got 4122.
There
We
you
got
go.
some prizes for the
4122,
yep, hooking it up. And then
and then
so it used to be GNS Woodworks. You might be able to still find it on the internet, but F-150 White Walker. Shout out, homie.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. He's been on the show way back in the day. So if you go back to some of our older episodes, you can, hear his story. But rad guy, he's hooking He's hooking it up big time as well.
Big time.
Big time. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be rad for everybody entering.
So even if you enter, you're getting stuff
for nothing. You didn't pay to enter, and you're getting hooked up.
Your meal may suck.
If you make mac and cheese and hot dogs,
you still
guess
get
what?
something.
You're getting a prize.
I'm not saying the meals are going to suck. I'm actually super stoked. I'm just saying, like, even if it did,
hot dogs.
If you just walk up and you cook us a little smoky,
Here you go.
You know,
on a toothpick.
But you had to have entered, and we only have a set
It was
amount.
cut off,
so
so
it was all cut off. But we have some awesome prizes. Well, you know, and honestly, like, you know, I was all worried about stuff or whatever, and Jared kind of set me right. He was like, "Listen, people just want to hang out.
People just want to have a good time. Dude.
Yeah.
We're just mainly going up to hang out. We're having an excuse to have a little cook off, but
Yeah, just that's something to do for fun, you know. But yeah, it's gonna be fun just camping and hanging out with everybody and
Gonna be
wandering
a blast.
around. You know, crack a beer with somebody and
yeah.
you know, maybe taste some whiskeys or something.
You know what? There may be, like, after the cooking competition, there may be a mixology competition. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm down.
Whatever you want to do, man. Yeah.
So, but anyways, good times. We're going to have a little bit of entertainment, just kind of keep everybody busy. There's going to be kids there, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be low key. You know, and we're like you said, we're not gonna be. It's not like a rave. We're not gonna have like loud music playing all the whole time. It's just gonna be everybody do your own thing, chill, come hang out. You know, check out everybody's cool setups because there's a lot of people are showing up. We got
some
over
killer
60
setups.
people showing up. So it's fun, like just walk around, check out everybody's how they're setting up their system.
Yeah,
you know,
for
they're
sure.
you know all the different rigs and stuff.
It's a beautiful area too.
Average Overlanders, so it's no, you know, I don't think we get a big time. Maybe we do have a couple of guys who are coming out. There might be fancier rigs.
You're the biggest time I know. You have a Tundra on 37s with an Icon setup and a 4-wheel camper.
4-wheel camper.
It might be the biggest
With
one
a
out
full
there.
wrap.
Yeah, it might be the biggest one out there. I don't know if it's the coolest one out there, but there's some. There might be some cool trucks out there.
No, there's going to be some cool trucks, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Sean, you're our guest.
Oh yeah, be our guest. Be our guest.
Well, no, we were just talking, you're participating, Little Smoky. So, like, I think that's the big thing, man. You're a professional chef.
I'm not participating. I'm judging.
Well, participating in the judging.
Yes.
Let me put it that way.
Yes.
No, you're not cooking.
He's not cooking.
Not this time.
Nah. You know what? Honestly, I think some of these people might give you a run for your money.
Hey, I hope so. I hope so.
You think?
Oh, dude, you know what? Some of the best food I've ever had is
At camp.
stuff people have made for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just talking to somebody about this the other day, and I said, you know, for me as a chef, the hardest thing is when I go over to somebody's house for dinner, or if we're camping or something, everybody casts like this dark shadow of like, oh, there's a chef here. Like I have to be on point and my food's got to be good. Or he's going to be judging. No, you know what? If you are cooking for me, I'm grateful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm
right.
just,
You
I'm,
don't have to work. Holy shit.
yeah. You
It
know,
tastes better when you don't have to cook it.
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
But even though I'm a chef, you know, I've been in the industry for over 30 years.
Yeah, your whole life.
Yeah. I enjoy simple food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be fancy. I'm not looking for filet mignon and escargot and you know whatever. Like you said, a nice steak seasoned well on a cast iron, dude. I'm happy.
Like we were talking earlier,
You
like
know?
the chili and cornbread, like just like the simplest comfort food.
Right.
Like sometimes, like
Right.
especially at camp, because I mean, got to keep in mind we're camping,
And
we're not
I-
at like a 5-star Michelin star or
Right.
rated restaurant. We're at camp.
But
What
you
can
know
you do
what?
at camp?
I have gotten more inspiration from my friends than I have dining at nice restaurants and things like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I gotta admit, I was super nervous when you came over to my house to hang out.
All right.
And remember, we smoked a tri-tip.
Yeah.
And we made some tri-tip sandwiches,
Yeah.
right? And I forgot some ingredients, and you're like, "Oh, I'll pick it up." So you got the arugula and like some, I forgot what it was, the horseradish,
Horseradish, yeah.
stuff like that. But long story short, dude, I was super nervous. I was like, "Shit."
see, and I hate that.
I was, and then I felt even worse because I was all by myself, and I'm like, no, I'm not like a chef, dude. I'm not a cook. I can do simple things, right? And you helped me out, dude. You're like, oh yeah, let's just forgot what you did. You helped me out somehow.
It was I think when we were seasoning the tri-tip or something.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, you were chopping up the whatever we were putting on the thing, but you were chopping it up. But anyways, so I felt bad because I asked him to work and he was supposed to be my guest.
No, but I like that collaboration, and
It's fun.
It was a good ass tri-tip sandwich,
Oh,
by
dude,
the way. Dude, it was
super
so good.
Oh my god, so much fun. And my daughter was there, and
Yeah.
she still talks about that day. Like,
And your lady was there too.
yeah, like
we all hung out.
Yeah, the food was great. We had a fun time just hanging out in the backyard, messing with the dog,
Yeah.
and all that. And
No expectations, just fucking,
yeah,
no pressure. It's just having
to
fun.
me, that is the best experience.
Yeah.
And again, I get inspiration from things like that. Talking to you about how do you smoke it on your Traeger, and
With a smoke stick.
yeah,
Yeah.
different
everybody
ideas.
has their own
and-
little trick, like like when I was in construction. That's all I know, obviously. But like,
Yeah.
I've been in it for my whole life. But if some kid comes up and he's got a rad idea and shows me a new trick,
Right.
Fucking stoked, dude. Thanks.
Yeah.
There's things I see on TikTok and all that,
Yeah.
and Instagram videos. I'm like, holy shit, I never knew you could do that.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I love those videos of like,
Which I knew this when
He's
I
like,
was.
no.
I was today years old when I learned this,
I was like, fuck.
Right. It's like, oh my God.
I love that guy who does like a stitch together thing where like somebody does something. He's like, oh, I can't. He's like, oh,
This is some
fucking
bullshit.
right.
Oh,
This
wait,
is some
what?
bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he does it. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some good ones like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love that DIY stuff. And they, little tips and tricks.
Oh, I saw a nasty one, dude. It was some super ghetto shit, but I hope nobody does this for our cook off. But some dude got got a watermelon, cut it in half, cored it all out, got a chicken, stuffed a whole chicken in there, and then he got a can of Bud Light, marinated
Beer
with
can chicken.
a beer can chicken, yeah, marinated with the Bud Light. Then he poured Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce into the can, and then shoved that inside the chicken or turkey or whatever it was.
In a watermelon?
Yeah, so the chicken's inside the half of the watermelon. You open it up and where you put your stuff, and he shoved the Bud Light can in there, which happened. He poked a bunch of holes in it, and then he filled it with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and then he sprayed the outside of it with a bunch of more barbecue sauce, and he took the other half of the shell of the watermelon, put it on top, and put it on his barbecue and cooked it. I don't know about that kind of shit. That seems
Hey,
it might be delicious.
tastes
though.
good.
If it might be delicious, I don't know. Dude.
I just don't want to be an experimentation.
Yeah, don't
thing.
try some new shit.
Cook it yourself. Like a lot of people are actually like cooking this weekend to try to perfect their recipes.
Hopefully they are.
To then, well, they say they are.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
they're like, fuck it, I'm drinking beer.
Yeah, maybe we should cut off the drinking at like noon on Saturday.
dude,
just in
no.
case.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna be hydrating with some Coors Light,
Yeah.
and I'll be in a good mood. Don't you worry. Mm-hmm. So, and I really want to get some competition cornhole going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you go.
That'd be fun.
I'm horrible at cornhole.
Me too, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Up in the pines, man. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of beers or drinks in your hand and just having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
So, Sean,
Yes.
you've been going on some trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been lucky lately.
Hitting some,
Yeah.
putting some miles on the old rig there.
Oh yeah.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
She did very well. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
No breakdowns, no wires
Nothing.
hanging.
The only thing that I just discovered the other day was my tire swing out that I recently installed on there.
Your new one.
The new one.
Oh, a new one.
The swing out, the arm of it cracked.
Ooh.
It's like a stress fracture on it.
On the weld?
So it started, one of the welds broke, and then from it kind of wagging back and forth with the bumps, it just slowly started spreading.
Bending and spreading. Yeah.
How much weight do you have on that thing?
So when we went, the first trip I did, which was 3 weeks ago, I believe, we did Zion and Bryce Canyon. So we drove all the way out to Utah.
Rad.
I still need to go there.
Oh, amazing. It's my second time there, but this was my first time camping in both national parks. The last time I was there, it was kind of like a drive-through.
Yeah, I did.
Stop at a couple spots, take some pictures, and keep on going. Type of thing.
Yeah.
This time it was
Able to spend some time there.
it was amazing. We did 6 days.
Oh, wow.
We did 2 days in Zion, 2 days in Bryce, and then back to Zion for 2 more days.
Oh, really? You went
Oh
back-
yeah,
How
Yeah.
far apart are they?
they're about from Zion to Bryce, it's like 2 hours,
Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay.
hour and a half, 2 hours, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I mean, the entire drive, I'm surprised I didn't drive off the road. You're just
looking around.
Looking
looking
around,
around like,
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, wow, look at that. Oh, look at this, and like, it's just, Utah is an amazing state.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say that right now. I've been to a couple other spots in Utah over time, but every time I go, I am just utterly amazed. Like,
You've been to Moab?
I have.
Yeah.
I've been to Moab. I've done the what do they call it? The Great Five or whatever. There's a loop through Utah where you can hit all the national parks.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I had been to Zion and Bryce before. I actually did it on a motorcycle
Oh, nice.
back in 2018.
Oh,
You used to have a Harley, right?
I did. I sold it recently, but rode with a big group, and it was an 8-day trip all the way across Utah and then down and then back across the top of New
Oh,
Mexico.
that'd be fun.
But we hit all the national parks through Utah. So we started. We did Zion, Bryce, Coral Reef, Canyonlands, Arches, Moab, and then dropped down into New Mexico, hit Four Corners, and then kind of worked our way back from there.
Nice.
So that was a long time ago, but that was awesome. It was to see that stuff.
2018 feels like yesterday.
Yeah,
It's 5 years ago.
not really, but yeah.
I
But
feel
but to do that stuff on a motorcycle, it's amazing. Like you
Did
don't.
you
It's a different experience.
No, we stayed in like hotels and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But just you don't realize how much you are missing when you're inside a car.
Yeah, you're out and in the.
Yeah, on a motorcycle, you're smelling everything, you're hearing everything,
Feeling it.
Yeah, seeing much more because you don't have, like the bikers like to say, you don't have a cage around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Blessing and a curse.
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But to fast forward to this last trip, it was amazing. Waking up in the morning at Zion and Bryce, both of them actually, and seeing deer walking through your campsite.
Oh, rad.
And it's funny because the deer they're not the type where they're comfortable with humans enough to where like they're coming up like begging for food.
Yeah, they're still a little skittish. Yeah.
Right, but they'll come into your campsite, but they stay just far enough away. And if you make any sudden moves, obviously
They're out.
They're gonna bolt.
Yeah.
But to just stand there and watch them, and there was a lot of babies when we were there.
Oh, wow.
So deer coming through with the fawn, and that you see the mom kind of come out through the bushes.
A little more
first,
caught. Yeah, checking it
and then the
out.
two little babies come following her out. And the time when we went back to Zion, we saw a bunch of like young bucks, like just growing their antlers and coming out, like just grazing right, 10 feet away at the other side of the tent or whatever, just
Wow.
amazing, and did a lot of hiking.
Yeah, the hiking there's rad, like the Narrows and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, we did the Narrows. Hannah, my daughter, and I did Angel's Landing,
Oh, rad.
which was a bucket list item for me. And to hike it, you have to get a permit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's a lottery system.
Really?
So you log on to the recreation.gov, and it's 24 hours in advance. So the day before you log on, you enter into the lottery. It's like $6 to enter the lottery. And then at 3 p.m. that day, for the next day, they announce whoever.
So you could lose $6.
Yeah, but it's non-refundable. But you know what? I look at it as it goes to
it goes to the parks. Yeah,
No. I'm just curious, but that's how it is. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
pay
it's
$6.
not refundable.
and they
Yeah.
tell you up front, like,
Yeah.
if you hit agree, this is
You're charged
non-refundable.
$6. Yeah, non-refundable.
Yeah,
But,
that's not too bad.
Nah, $6. I mean, come
But
on.
that would suck. Like,
But
if
it's
you
only
put-
it's only it's $6 for one permit, but one permit can cover up to 5 people.
Oh, okay.
rad,
Yeah.
Okay. That would suck if
like
you plan your whole trip around that. Like,
Right.
yeah, we're gonna get it. You drive out there from like Chicago. You
Yeah,
get there
spend
and all
like
they're
$30.
You're like, nope. You're like, fuck.
You're there for 5 days. You keep trying.
Yeah,
you keep
please,
losing.
one
You keep
day.
losing.
But here's the trick, and they even tell you on the app, you can enter up to 7 times on the same permit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us that money.
Yeah, no. For $6, it covers up to 5 people, but you can apply 7 times.
You can pay $6 7 times.
One $6 charge.
Oh,
Yeah, for one application.
I thought you were gonna have to pay $6.
It asks you. It gives you 7 opportunities, and
You want to try it again? Yes.
No. There's time slots. So, but it's super simple in Zion. So for Angel's Landing, it's either you want to go before 9 a.m. or after 9 a.m. That's the 2 choices.
Oh, for real?
But you can put a combination of that 7 times to get into this lottery. And
Pretty good
they even tell you the
odds,
more
yeah.
times you apply, the more times you enter.
It's like the tickets when you do a raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Put
And
more
so-
tickets in the before 9 a.m.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice that they do that too, though. I mean, honestly, just because otherwise it would just be overcrowded. And
So that's what they started
Yeah,
this
that's nice.
right after the pandemic because it just blew up.
yeah, it got huge.
And I've seen pictures and videos where it was just like crazy because there's a certain section when you get up towards the top of Angel's Landing, it's basically a backbone. You're hiking this backbone. It's like a ridge, and it
Dangerous.
It drops off on both sides, and it's literally like maybe 2 feet wide. And so if there's people going both ways, like you got to figure out how to pass people.
Yeah, squeeze by.
Yeah, or find a spot to stand so other people can go by, and then you got to keep going.
Oh wow.
And it's not just walking on a path to this spot. Like there's sections where you're like scrambling rocks, but they have this chain system that goes all the way up, so you can kind of like
Little handhold kind of.
yeah hold on to it, but you're still like having to like climb up rocks and up over tree roots and stuff like that. Super worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this was a bucket list item for me. I've wanted to do this for a long time. I had talked to my daughter like, hey, you want to do this with me? And she's like, yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
So entered the lottery, checked my email. We were in Bryce Canyon, and Hannah's like, Dad, did you check to find out if you got in? I was like, oh, I forgot. Let me check real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, looking through my emails. Hey, we got it. We're in. You know.
Stoked. Hell yeah.
So we got up early the next morning. We got the after 9 a.m. Time slot.
Nice, so you can sleep in a little bit.
Yeah. But we left early. So the way it works is you can hike the trail without a permit. But when you get to the chain section, that's where the permit kicks in.
Oh, just to go up to the landing. The
Who's
rest of the
checking?
trails.
So they have a checkpoint. So
Is there a
when you-
ranger hanging out there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So when we went, we got there early. We decided to head out early because it was going to be hot that day anyways.
Yeah, it's
we
kinda
wanted to
nice.
get in and out as early as possible before the heat kicked in.
Yeah.
And so we actually got to the trail like 8:00. And so we hit the trail, started going up, and the way they had it set up was right after you hit the trailhead, about, I don't know, 1/4 mile in, they had an easy up setup. And there was rangers there. And so you walk up, and it even tells you on your reservation, when you get the confirmation, it says, either print this or screenshot it because you won't have
Yeah, you're not getting
signal,
service up there.
so that you can show it to the ranger upon check-in. And so we walk up, ranger lady's there, super nice. She's like, do you have a reservation? Yep, we got it. Okay, great. Showed it to her. She has like a little PDA thing, and she, okay, got you right here. Okay, perfect. All right, be safe. Have a great hike.
How long of a hike is it?
So it's 2.5 miles in and then 2.5 miles back. So it's an out and back trail
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
until you hit the switchbacks.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's saying like distance wise.
Yeah,
Distance-wise,
lengthwise, but it's
not bad.
It's slightly, you have to be in decent shape, slightly
But-
challenging.
But the altitude gain,
How many feet are you above sea level?
I'd have to look it up. I don't remember off the top of my head. But you start off on this path and you're kind of walking up and it's
Just
like, oh,
cruising.
yeah, this is great. This is awesome. And then you start working your way into this little, to a canyon. And pretty soon you see this big rock ahead. And I'm looking at it and I go, what the heck? Is that people up there? And literally there's a switchback system that goes up this rock like this. And it's, so the guy that actually created this trail, and they tell you about it when you're taking the shuttle through the park. His name was I forget his name, something Walter, but they call the switchbacks Walter's Wiggles. And I think there's like, they said there's 28 switchbacks.
Wow.
Oh man.
But when I say switchbacks, it's like
Super
like-
tight.
steep.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah. And to the point where even Hannah and I were like, okay, All right, we're gonna stop at this one and let's step to the side for a second. All right, let's catch our breath. All right,
Legs are burning.
Yeah.
Even my 15-year-old daughter
young in shape.
who plays lacrosse was like, "Dad, I need a minute." Like,
Okay. I wouldn't feel so bad then.
yeah.
I need to get back on that Stairmaster.
Right.
But you know what? When you get to the top section before you hit the chains, you just get up there and you look back at all these switchbacks and you're like, I did it.
Fuck yeah.
And then you have to go down it.
Going down is not a problem.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's where a lot of injuries
Well, yeah,
happen.
because everybody
Yeah.
get going a little too fast. You blow out your knee.
Yeah.
Blow your knee, something like that, yeah.
But this all the way up to the top of the switchbacks, it's all paved.
Oh.
And they actually, I would hate to be this guy that poured that concrete, but they even like grooved it so that if it's wet or rainy,
textured
you
it.
still have got like traction. It's not just slick concrete that you're gonna go sliding down like a slip and slide or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's so fun. Got to make it challenging, man.
Right.
Dude, I was in Hawaii going up Diamondback,
Oh, yeah.
and I had my old fucking Merrells on, and they were slick as snot, dude. It was raining a little bit, because always rains in fucking Hawaii. And dude, I was like sliding all over the fucking place trying to
Ice
get up that
skating.
trail. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking horrible, dude. Yeah.
But it was awesome. Like you get up through this kind of tight canyon. You're going up through this section, and all of a sudden we see this bird flying over, and I'm like, dude, that thing is huge. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, holy shit, it's a California condor.
Oh yeah.
And
they're big.
Yeah, they're just like soaring through this canyon, like freaking 8-foot wingspan.
Is that our state bird?
No.
No.
What's our state bird?
State bird? I don't know. But I know the
a good
condors
question.
were going extinct, and now they're coming back.
Yeah, rehabbed them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to San Diego Zoo and seeing them.
Something
Yeah.
stupid like a sandpiper.
But to see them like in their natural habitat, just cruising along, and
Yeah, man. Those things are huge.
it was awesome.
I have to look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
But Zion was amazing. Bryce was incredible, and they're both way different. Like they're close to each other, so a lot of people probably think like, well, what's the difference? They're in Utah. It's got to be the same thing. No, it's completely different landscapes.
Yeah, I was right. It was a stupid bird. It's a California quail.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah. Fucking quail.
Make it the condor. That's like fucking some badass fucking bird.
Right.
Make it something cool like that.
Yeah.
We have the quail. Sorry.
No, it's all good. But Bryce is awesome because it's a different type of the way the rock erodes and all that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The rock formations are rad.
yeah. In Bryce, they're called hoodoos, so they're almost like columns. The way that from the rain and the snow and everything, the way it eats away at the
these
sandstone.
big pillars
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
And it's cool. We did a big hike there. We did a giant loop through Bryce Canyon, and we did it's called the Queen's Garden to the I think it's the Navajo Loop or something. And we did, I can't remember that day, like 6 miles maybe. But
And you should do all this when you're young and healthy.
Yeah. I mean,
Now
no,
when you're old and decrepit.
I mean, still get out there and do it, but
absolutely, see
Hey,
it,
if
do
you're
it.
healthy, it's young and or healthy.
But you know what? The nice thing, like with Bryce, is you can drive through the entire park, and there's all these vista points where you can pull over, walk
yeah,
out to the
check it
edge,
out. Yeah.
take pictures, and see the entire park.
Yeah.
The whole canyon, all these formations, and what was just incredible to us, and again, even my daughter was just blown away. Is you look at one thing, right? And you're looking at these formations like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then you start walking down this trail, and 20 feet later, you turn around and look again, and you're like, oh my God, it totally changed. The perspective is way different just from walking a little distance and
Yeah.
seeing it. Or you go back later in the day, and the way the sun is hitting it is different and just incredible. But what was very cool for me was being there with my daughter and of course Rachel, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But my daughter's getting like really big into photography right now.
Oh, cool.
So she brought her camera and she,
Also, rap.
Not just an
Taking-
iPhone.
practice.
yeah,
and shit.
taking all these pictures, and now she's in photography in high school.
Oh, cool.
And she, they just started, and so in this photography class, they're going to be able to bring in their own material and edit it and Photoshop it and do all this stuff. So she's
Oh, cool.
super excited. She's like, Dad, I'm going to take all my photos from from Zion and Bryce. And
Dude, I wish I had a class like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'd take one right now. Fuck, teach me something.
See, and it means a lot to me because when I was in high school, I took a lot of photography.
Oh, okay.
And even into when I started college, I took a little bit. And so it's a big thing for me. And
Yeah.
the fact that she's passionate about it and loves
Capturing
doing
a
it.
moment in time.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and I was the whole time trying to teach her perspective and framing and all this stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. You
with
got a little
pictures.
knowledge to share,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
And so she's right now she's like eating it up, you know, and just it's really neat to see her taking it and
Yeah.
and running with it and being you know, interested in something and not just, you know, oh, TikTok or you know, whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Let's do a stupid dance that I really suck at.
Right.
Right, like everybody else because
Yeah.
I'm super original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a great
Devil. Like, I have that song is so overplayed, dude. Anyways,
but it was a
Seen
great
so many
trip.
dances.
We dealt with some weather in the beginning, but the last couple days was perfect.
well, you were out there during Hurricane Hillary, or
We
before,
followed
after?
Hillary out there. And so, but it was nice because as we were going out and as the storm was moving in more inland, it was dissipating as it went. So, you
Once
know,
it make landfall, oh my gosh, you hit
dude,
the jackpot.
you got the jackpot right there.
It's like machine gun fire.
Motherfucker. Got my
We have mosquitoes
mosquito
in here.
fly swatter.
Electric fly swatters.
They're the best. Anyways. Yeah.
Oh, I just saw one fly by.
Get him.
Well, yeah,
much
I'll
fun.
get them soon.
But the best part of our trip was we had no agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved
That freedom.
I loved that part. I mean, obviously we had, you know, reservations.
Yeah, stuff you want to do.
Well, we had reservations for campgrounds. We actually
Yeah.
stayed in campgrounds the whole trip, but it was like
yeah,
Kinda
you're a
have to,
national
right?
park. Yeah.
there's some dispersed camping, but it's a little more challenging in that area. And especially
And it's
with
super
the
limited.
but with the summer season, it was like remember when we went to Arizona
Yeah.
and they kicked in this all of a sudden these like camping regulations and you couldn't camp in certain areas. Utah's
Yeah,
kind of going through the
Sedona.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was very a little more challenging to do like dispersed camping, but it was fine. We wanted to stay in the parks. We wanted to be right there where we could get up and go hiking and
Yeah.
do all
there's
the
a ton to
stuff.
do, so why not? Yeah.
And but the cool thing was we were just kind of like, maybe we come home on Friday, maybe we come home on Saturday.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and so we had
even
such a
have
good
that,
time. I jumped on recreation.gov and was like, oh look, they've got reservations open for Friday. Let's, you know what you
Might as
want?
well.
Let's stay another night. And everybody was like, yeah. Okay, great. There's another reservation. We're going to extend our stay. And then driving home, we came home on Saturday and the drive was great. You know, we didn't hit that Sunday traffic. We just kind of took our time coming home. Like,
Yeah, that's killer. If you're
yeah,
not-
just, you know, just kind of like, are you hungry? All right, let's stop and find something to eat and whatever, you know, like it wasn't a big rush. Like, oh, we got to get home. Got to work
I
tomorrow.
always hate that.
Yeah.
It's like, I actually, when I was coming home from Arizona, I was like, you know what? I left early in the morning. I was like, you know what? I want to hit Sedona. And, cause it wasn't really like way out of my way, but, I ended up like, oh man, I can't make it. 'Cause my brother was like working. I was going to see if he wanted to hit it.
Yeah.
And, I ended up going to, Prescott
Nice.
and seeing, my wife's, cousins and just hanging out with them for a little bit. Went to Lazy G.
Nice.
Yeah.
Had some food
I
there.
met them there once before also. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You met Travis.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, but it's nice not to have to be home at like a certain
Right.
time and
Yeah.
all that.
Not to have that pressure of, oh, I've got
I still
I've
had to
gotta
work
hurry.
the next day, but you know,
Yeah, our last trip, we got home early on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, ish. But like usually we're rolling in at like 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
Just fucking tired.
You're tired. I don't want to
Been
unpack.
driving for like 9 hours. I just like don't want to unpack.
Yeah.
Just like dragging in. I just need a shower and then bam, bed.
Yeah.
But I think this time we got back, I was able to like unpack the truck and
Yeah.
relax and have dinner and yeah.
And that's the beauty, you know, we both hit the 395.
Oh yeah.
And I've been up there so many times before, right? Not so much focused on camping and exploring. I do the 395 in the past a lot because I used to be really big on snowboarding.
Oh, yeah.
So I was heading
Mammoth.
to Mammoth all the
Yeah.
time, right? Mammoth is the
Yeah.
place to go. So I'm very familiar with that drive. Love the drive. But just, you know, This time was more focused, and I've been camping up and down through 95, but this time was just
Hitting
awesome.
trails.
Oh my
yeah.
God. You know,
It was
big shout out to Adam Twigrig and Nate Ugly 80.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, we had so much fun and just
That's
kind
rad.
of the same thing. Like we had a general idea
Yeah,
of
just
where
kinda
we were going to
winging it a
go.
little
We
bit.
mapped out some spots, but it was just kind of like, do we want to keep going? Yeah, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
No agenda, just
yeah,
having fun.
great weekend. Definitely dealt with some.
I wish I
weather.
could have came with you guys.
You should have, man. It would have been. You would have had a blast.
It was a good, yeah. It was. I mean, I went out the same weekend. A
Right.
lot of people went out that weekend. It was like
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend, so it was, you know, we all had the long weekend. Like, let's get the fuck out of
Yeah.
Dodge.
Yep.
And yeah, cause we went up. I went up with just another buddy, Adam Queen. With he's got a Sprinter van. It's all decked out, a Revel.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. And fuck, the thing handled fucking rad. I think he
Awesome.
has the Agile off road lift on it. I can't remember if that was right or not, but I could be wrong. So, but yeah, like the weather, like it's been like in the hundreds,
Yeah.
the weather wise down like by where we are in
Right.
SoCal. So like, dude, let's go to the mountains.
Yeah.
Cooler weather, and it definitely was cooler
It
weather.
got cold.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I took pictures and a little bit of video of walking around in snow.
Yeah,
You know?
there's patches of snow up
Yeah.
there still.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? Oh, dude, I'll show you pictures. Yeah, nuts. And
And so we went up Friday
Yeah.
after work.
Yep.
And then Saturday, and then Sunday we were coming back. We went all the way up to Bridgeport, or past Bridgeport, and then came back down. And when we were coming back down, like it had snowed just that night, and there was more snow on the mountains. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
Yeah, no, it was bitching. Like we camped like the first night.
It's like from snowpack, dude.
yeah, still hasn't melted.
Yeah, no, it's still up
Yeah,
there. It's
ton
like
of-
almost like a glacier.
I mean,
Ton
is
of
it
snow.
warm or is it like?
No, so not to step on you.
No,
but,
go.
Same thing. We did kind of same plan. Left Friday after work.
Uh-huh.
No, did we leave Friday after work?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, because I was like, you guys left before me.
yeah, you were just a little bit behind.
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, my sister came into town. That's why I couldn't.
Yeah,
go.
you had
Right,
family in town.
right. And left Friday after work. We stopped halfway up. I think just the first night we camped just a little bit below Lone Pine, I believe.
Yeah. Or no, I think we're just outside of Lone Pine.
Yeah.
Is right before, if you know the 395, like when you're going to Mammoth or whatever, there's
Yeah.
that little airport just outside of Mammoth.
Yeah.
Where we were, basically.
And no, we were below you. I think
Yeah,
you-
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you pushed a little bit further up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you guys had stopped, and I
Yeah.
still had like another hour to go or
Right.
something. So I went past you guys. So we were right there, just
Right.
outside the airport, and you guys were about maybe like 45 minutes, an hour.
Yeah, I think we were
South
just
of me.
before Lone Pine.
Yeah, you're right.
And then the next morning got up, which was great because it broke up that drive.
Yeah. It was a long drive. Like we didn't get in till late. I was like hitting the wall. Like got out of
Yeah.
work, and like I didn't get it. We didn't find our camp until like after 11.
Yeah.
So
But got up early the next morning, hit it, stopped in, we stopped in Bishop first, and we hit a little bakery, not Shots.
I was gonna say there's that big bakery.
Shots
Wasn't that
where,
one?
dude, I have gone to Shots for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
love that
bazillion
place.
bread.
Oh my God, love that place.
Dude, was it packed though? Holy shit!
Yeah, it was busy. It's always busy though.
Yeah.
And they added a whole nother
Yeah,
building
next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
But we stopped at this other one. I forget the name of it, but Adam had looked it up or something and said, no, let's stop at this little bit smaller, or quite a bit smaller bakery. But
Was it like on the corner?
it was in
like south of the.
It was-
Because
yeah.
when we were coming back on Sunday, it was like everything was fucking stupid
Yeah.
packed. There's just lines around the block and traffic everywhere.
Yep, yeah.
And we ended up stopping for coffee and like a little muffins or some shit, some danishes or some shit on. I can't remember the name of it though. But
Yeah.
like, I remember we passed the main one, but because like there's so many people. We've
Yeah,
been
it was
there
on
all
like,
day.
like a half a block in from on this little side street.
Oh, okay.
And we stopped there, got breakfast bagels or whatever. Really good. Small bakery, but
Rad.
super good food.
Support the small town too.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, these little places is where you find some of the best food
Dude, yeah.
sometimes. You know?
And we always laugh too because we were driving through and there was like an hour wait at McDonald's and like Starbucks was packed.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Hour wait at McDonald's?
yeah, dude, it was fucking bonkers, dude. They had like the double drive-through,
Yeah.
the 2-lane
Dude,
drive-through.
that's dog shit food.
I know, and like, people are backed out on the street to get that. It's like fuck that, like, and you're gonna spend like $20 anyways.
Yeah.
Go over to the little mom and pop like
Yeah, absolutely.
bakery and like get like some like legit good food.
And you know what blew me away was going up on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We went up, we left in the morning and going through Lone Pine. That place was packed.
Dude, was it Lone Pine or was it in Bishop where they had the circus was in town? The fair, the festival.
Bishop was the rodeo.
The rodeo.
Yeah,
and
they had like a big
Ferris wheels
big carnival.
out, carnival. Yeah, like the town.
But that's
carnival.
an annual event. Like that's a big event.
I remember last year, like, and we actually drove this Labor Day weekend. We went 395, almost the exact same trip last year, but we were in the Land Rover that time.
Oh, okay.
So it was a different, and the AC went out and all that bullshit. So it sucked, and it was like 100 degrees. This time
Yeah.
it was like the weather was rad.
It was nice. It was
Yeah,
a little bit chilly,
70s almost.
overcast.
Yeah, overcast, kind of chilly, a little rain
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, no, it was busy that weekend.
Yeah.
The holiday weekend, people were
But
out.
the funny part was Saturday morning, cruising up 395, just past the Mammoth Airport, and I think Adam and I are both texting with you,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
like where you're at, and and I text you like, "Hey, we just passed the airport," and then Jared texts back, "Hey, I'm at the airport."
I'm at the airport.
And we're like, "Wait, what?" So we turn on, "Hey, we're on channel, blah
Whatever,
blah blah
yeah.
on the ham radio," and he chimes in
up.
like, "Hey guys, what's happening?" That was really cool to be able to.
Yeah, it was funny. Like we were on different trips, but yet
Yeah.
we found each other and we were able to we never saw each other.
Yeah, but I think you were like maybe 10 minutes behind us.
Yeah, because we were on like our little ham radios. We couldn't be that far apart,
Right.
So yeah, we're like right behind you, basically.
Yeah, it was super cool.
That was fun. Yeah.
And then we pushed forward. That day we went all the way up past Bridgeport. And
So I'm curious. So we did the same thing. So the first day we, like same idea. We camped
Yeah.
just outside of Mammoth. And then second day we went up. We screwed around, like played around like Mono Lake.
yeah,
Because our buddy Adam hadn't been down there yet, so we went down and saw the tufas and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then after that, we went up. From there, we went east into the pines,
oh nice.
and like I didn't even realize there was pines right over there
Yeah.
on the east side of the Mono Lake and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So Aim actually had told me about it.
Oh nice.
So we went out there and like there's like miles and miles. Like I finally looked up on Onyx and there's just trails for days.
Yeah,
You can go out there forever and never hit a new trail
yeah.
every
That
time.
whole area,
bonkers.
insane how much you can
It's
see.
beautiful.
Out
It was rad. Like just driving through, like super, like smooth, like easy. Like it was kind of sandy and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like just in the pines. It was kind of a weird. They were spaced out kind of differently, but it was rad. It was
Yeah.
cool. Big meadows.
there. Yeah, for sure.
So we did all that, and then we just kept heading north after we played around in there, and we went through Bridgeport,
Nice.
and we did the same thing. We went past Bridgeport. So I'm curious, like where you guys turned off.
So we went up through Bridgeport,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got on the Sonora Pass,
Mm-hmm.
and which heads west and goes. If you take the whole thing, it goes across the Sierras and then down into Yosemite on the
Oh,
other side.
okay.
But we were on Sonora Pass for I don't know, maybe half an hour or so, and then we went to I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Levite Lake,
Oh, yeah. No, it's
Levitt Lake, something like that.
yeah.
However you pronounce it.
Yeah, I fucked it up too.
Yeah.
And there's like the
I don't
town
know,
of
like-
oh no, I'm thinking of the town of like Levi, or it's not. I kept calling it Levi, but it wasn't. It was I'm fucking stupid. Never mind. I'll fuck it up even more.
But yeah, that was rad because to get up to the lake.
Lee Vining is what I'm thinking.
Oh, Lee Vining. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lee Vining is it's before Bridgeport, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just before you get.
Yeah, right by Mono Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we on our way back from after Bridgeport, we stopped in another rad little coffee shop
Yeah.
down there in Lee Vining. It was dope. Little outdoor seating. Bring the dogs. They can chill out on the grass. It was
Right.
rad. Delicious breakfast sandwiches and good coffee.
You know, and
yeah.
to me
View
that
of the lake. It was rad.
not only the camping and all the exploration you can do, But the 395 to me is so cool because of all these little towns.
Yeah, all the little quaint little cool towns
all
everywhere.
These towns you pass
I've only
through.
been out there once.
The 395.
Yeah.
Oh, when you went to
One
like
time.
Laurel Lake, huh?
Yeah.
We got to get you out there, man.
It's
amazing.
I went to Menanche Meadows and Laurel Lake, and that was it.
Oh, you've just done the tip of the iceberg, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, there's.
I need to get time. I need to go with people.
Yeah.
Well, our buddy Adam, he's gone up there. He goes to Alabama Hills all the time. Does all that.
I
Never
love
done it.
I
He's
love Alabama Hills.
Never gone past Mammoth. He's like, holy shit! I didn't realize all this was up here.
And the
He's
cool
like, the
thing
whole
is,
time it was like just like another hour away, and I couldn't have been to all of this.
and it's not that far away.
Yeah. No, for us, we're in
Right.
SoCal, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
For reference.
and again, if you break it up, camp halfway and then do the second half, it's not so draining,
yeah.
and not so stressful to make this long drive. You just a couple hours here,
Just drop, stop.
a couple hours the next day, and all this stuff is up there. All these trails, all this scenery, these little towns that you can stop in and check out, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. And the
But-
scenery changes because you'll be in the pines.
Yeah.
And we'll go to the high desert kind of
Right.
sage and stuff, and then back into the pines,
Yep.
and then it's freaking rad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where we were. Like, I'm trying to look on the map because it was just like, we didn't know where the fuck we were going. We had no agenda exactly. Same
That's
idea.
the best trips, though.
And we're just driving, and like, we're just like, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
And so we drove through Bridgeport, and we're just going up the pass and
Yeah.
stuff, and like, just on Onyx, both of us are back and forth on the radio. We're like, hey, like, I see something up here. Maybe there's a, Park Service Road or, National Forest up here,
Yeah.
And so we're like, fuck, let's hit this road up here on the right, see where it goes.
Yep.
And we had no clue where it went. We just hit this, random right,
Yeah.
this little hairpin right onto a dirt road and fucking just followed up into the mountains. And it was fucking bitching, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you were going for a while, and then all of a sudden we were in the Aspens.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking rad, dude. And like going through the Aspens, and like there's still like, I don't want to call them water crossings, but they're just large puddles basically
Yeah.
everywhere. And it's just, that's fun just to splash through the water sometimes. Like
Lots of runoff.
in and out of these little fucking streams coming across the road, in these aspen trees, like, tunneling through them, and then into these big open fields. And then like we came across like some, and then you get back up into the pines, and
Yeah.
then just cool little, nobody else out there. Every once in a while, we ran into some guys on bikes.
Oh, okay.
Adventure bikes. They're like moto bikes and stuff, like some Huskies and shit, like KTMs and stuff.
But one of my favorite things, what you just said, is going through these trees, but then you come out into these
Yeah, opens up.
these big meadows.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
But
up on
just
this mountain.
grassy, wide open expanse. And then you go back into the trees
Yeah.
again. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
I
and out,
love it.
in and out. And
I
then
love
the
that.
views are fucking epic all
Yeah.
around, 360 views.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, we went up there, and we were just looking for a campsite at that point. We're like, fuck it, let's just camp up here somewhere. It's
Yeah.
fucking bitching. And we ran into these guys on the bikes, older guy actually. And he's like, yeah, you just keep following this up, and you'll find a reservoir. There's no name. I'm like, okay, so like there's some bunch of spots up there. So we just kept on going. Found the reservoir. It is man-made reservoir, and it's kind of cool. Like right when you pull up into it, the dirt road kind of forks, and there's like a little monument sign, and it explains like the guy who actually, like, I don't know, he helped with the project. It was like in memory of my father or something like that, and it kind of like
Wow.
explained like he was there for like 30 years or something, and like helped make this reservoir possible and stuff. And then there's like an ammo can, a blue ammo can at the base of it, and it's kind of like a little geocache thing. You open it up, and there's like a folder in there,
oh, that's cool.
and you get right in there.
sign
And
your
people like
name or
leave like stickers and patches and like water bottles and granola bar
Yeah.
and beef jerky or whatever. It's just kind of a little stash spot, kind of like when you go to the mailbox in Mojave.
Yeah.
People just stuff stuff in there. It was kind of a neat little like, oh shit, what is
Yeah.
this?
We left some Botus jerky there.
At Mojave, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Stoked for somebody. But yeah, it was rad, and like it was funny 'cause, like, it also, I guess it's like grazing land because there was cows everywhere. We came once we finally got up
dude,
there,
everywhere along the 395.
but like we were just like they're in the middle of the road, blocking the road. Like shit, sorry cow, and like we had the dog Daisy with us, and she like fucking mesmerized. Like these are some big fucking dogs. Holy shit, dude! Like she just couldn't keep her eyes off of them. She's like, whoa. If they got too close to the truck, she'd be like, like, this is my truck, motherfucker. But yeah, it was super dope up there. But we found some amazing, we dropped a few pins on some spots.
Awesome.
It was pretty windy though, because the weather was dropping.
Yeah, but that was a big storm system that came.
Yeah,
through.
we had a big storm coming.
That's the one that wrecked Burning Man.
Oh yeah, it flooded. Oh
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah,
all the trust fund kids. Sorry.
yeah.
Dude, Burning Man's such a. Sorry. Can I just go off on a second?
Yeah, we'll allow it.
So basically,
Preach.
no, the whole thing is Burning Man was started out in actually Ocean Beach in San Francisco.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where it started, and they got kicked out because it was getting too big and everything.
Yeah,
so they ended up going to the Playa, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was all about people that were
Nature.
super about the earth
Yeah.
and this giving back to the community.
Right.
And, developing something that wasn't money based and more about giving and community and helping each other and the whole purpose
Right.
of it. And then it became some tech bro flex, right?
Yep.
And that's where it ended up. And then it became so
Influencers.
big. Yeah.
Influencers.
It's hey, look at me.
Debauchery
You ain't shit
and-
because
yeah.
I'm going to Burning Man. Anyways,
It's the new Coachella.
Yeah.
no, it's so Cella, bro. So the whole thing is that I mean, regardless of what happened, we can talk about the we can talk about that for hours about how they got stuck in the mud and they were all bitching and complaining and whatever and oh, we're gonna die out here. Well, good motherfucker. Anyways, but what happened was the aftermath of that.
Yeah.
There was abandoned vehicles. There was trash everywhere.
So much trash.
There was people that just
Disgusting,
left
dude.
shit because you know what?
Left either tents just abandoned.
They
and
just
give a
didn't
fuck.
care. They literally were oh, I'm going to go to Walmart, get a cheap tent, go have an orgy in the bigger tent, and then just leave this here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally all Burning Man is now. It's not about
No.
the community. It's not about the environment. It's not. And then you have these environmentalists blocking off the road to Burning Man.
yeah.
And as funny as it is, and as much as I hate those people that are just oh, I'm going to go super glue my hand to the asphalt,
Get
you're
fucked.
stupid, okay?
Let them get run over.
But at the
Speed
same
bumps.
time, I don't really blame them for what
Right.
they're trying to do.
Right.
Because look at all the trash they left.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my tangent.
Yeah.
No,
my
fair.
rant.
Yeah,
But
no.
it's
should be addressed.
and the thing is that those same people probably go out in the overland community and go to Alabama Hills because they're all influencers.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta get
It's
my Instagram photo.
It's the same people, man.
So-
Respect the land.
Right. No, absolutely. Do you guys watch Wonder Hussy? You know,
Never
you know
heard
who
of
she
it.
is?
No.
Okay. So
I've heard of her, but I don't. Dog.
So I follow her. She's on YouTube and social media and the whole deal. And she's a Overlander, full time.
I wish.
Yeah, I know. But she's super cool, very much about, tread lightly, the whole deal.
That's good.
But she's also big on Burning Man. She goes every year, but she's one of the OG,
Oh, yeah.
been going
Yeah,
since
there's a difference.
since the beginning.
Yeah. She
But-
probably hates what it's become.
But so this year,
They all go we're anti-corporate and blah, blah, blah. It's
Right.
that's all it is now.
It's all
So
corporate.
this year she just got Starlink. So she was at Burning Man and was able to broadcast because she had Starlink, and she was talking about it being flooded and they're not letting anybody in or out because the playa's a mess and they don't want it to get ruined.
No, because anybody coming in or trying to get out was going to get stuck.
Right. Right. But she was talking about the whole deal of this is what's going to separate the hardcore people
True.
from the weekend warriors.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm fine if I'm here till next Friday. She's like, I've got food, I've got water.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
I'm self-sufficient.
I'm here for.
You
That's
know,
what it was all about, being self-sufficient and sharing in
right.
community.
Right. And she's like, all these other
They have
motherfuckers-
fucking RVs, dude.
Yeah. Did you see
pull
the
up in their
truck?
They have
RV,
fucking the
throw on some
TRX
pasties.
is pulling a fifth wheel.
Did you
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the drone footage of the traffic coming out?
Oh,
Yeah, it was
bad, dude.
insane.
Dude, it was insane.
It looked like China.
Yeah.
On a freeway China system, dude.
It was insane. 10 lanes across.
That's what it was.
10 lanes across.
So-
Because you know what? These people, they go out there and it's supposed to be like an event where that's where Shift Pod launched.
Right. And it used to be
Now there's fucking
hippies in VW vans and
No, dude, there's
you know.
CEOs of Salesforce out there, Mark Benioff or whatever his name is, on some tech bro that owns a startup that's on some
That's why I'm so sick of it.
fake pirate ship in the middle of the playa
Right.
trying to flex.
The
It's
whole
doing
influencer
mushrooms.
culture.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
So
That's what like it happened. I was
Sorry.
talking
I'm
to.
super salty, by the way.
I was talking to Nico from 4122 about
Yeah.
it, like because they went up to see the meteor shower in Joshua Tree, and
dude,
he's
that
like,
was a wreck.
he's like, it sucked. Like there's people going up on top of the mountain.
Oh, the meteor shower?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like they sit there and they turn on all their fucking like Baja Design and KC lights and
Did
light
you
up the
just
whole
say
valley.
you're ruining my night vision, bro?
Yeah, it's like, bro, like we're here because it's dark, so
Right.
we can see this meteor shower, and you're like throwing on all your lights. It's like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
but that place got wrecked too.
oh yeah, and it's all these influencers who don't respect it and come out and just thrash it. They got their photo op and they're fucking out.
So
Sorry.
anyways, back to 395.
Yeah. So, but no, it was bitching up there. So like that night we stayed up there on top of that. I think what did we say elevation were? We were like at 9,200 feet.
Yeah, when we stayed at Levite Lake or
Mm-hmm.
Levitt Lake, however you pronounce it, we were at I think 9,600 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like in the morning, we had a little drizzle at night, and in the morning it started drizzling and stuff. And like we were kind of slow rolling it out of camp. We're like, all right, let's get moving. I need some fucking good coffee. We had a cup of
Yeah.
coffee, but I wanted something a little better and get into town and see what else there is to see. So we're packing up, and all of a sudden it started raining a little bit more. Then all of a sudden it started hailing.
Hail, yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, dude, let's just haul
Right.
ass. And we were just running at that point, dude.
Dude, we got up in the morning on Sunday. It was 35 degrees where we were at. There was ice on our
Yeah,
windshield.
all frosted over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was going up to and coming back out of Levite Lake is the trail. So it was a little technical because it's an off-road trail to get into this lake, but it was a little washed out too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it was fun, like
Yeah,
getting in there and
challenges,
flexing
yeah.
a little bit. And just when we were going in, there was a guy coming out, and he had this dope van.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the one similar to the one you guys were talking about recently. It was like a E350,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
freaking lifted on 35s, full blown. He didn't have the pop up on the top,
Oh, okay.
but still, like it was a bitchin' van. And full on, steel bumpers, winch on the front,
Oh, yeah. I'll
like the
deck
whole
it out.
deal.
Nice.
And so we saw him coming down, so we all pulled over, the three of us,
Yeah, make a room.
and we're like sitting there. Like, dude, this guy was coming. Like, he's got the right of way. Like, waiting. And all of a sudden, we see him come walking around the corner.
Oh.
We're like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
But anyways, he came around. And he's like, dude, waving us up. Like, yeah, come on. You guys can go ahead. And the part where he waited for us to come through was like the technical section where it was kind of washed out. And it was like some deep ruts.
Pretty gnarly, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, dude, you guys will have no problem. I made it up here in my van, but you guys will do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
easy money. And so we went through, but we were going by like, dude, he took that big ass thing up
Yeah.
here.
He got through there in his van.
Yeah.
That's fucking props, dude.
But we got up there, and it was like you were saying, like super windy, gusting, raining off and on.
Yeah.
And we were kind of debating, like, should we stay here? Should we head back down a little bit? We're like, nah, we'll stick it out. Like, we're cool. We're already kind of started setting up. And Adam and Nate both have rooftop tents.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up sleeping. This trip, I decided to run light, and I slept in the back of my Jeep.
Okay.
But, dude, Adam had set up his rig, and he's got that kind of like that side pop-up clamshell.
Like the wet. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had cooked, or he had cooked lunch, and we did like some hot dogs on a skillet or whatever. And I was over behind his rig, making lunch, and the wind kicked up and like a big old gust. It was like, I would say it had to be like a 50-mile-an-hour gust. And I saw Adam's rig lean.
Oh, for real?
To the point where I was like, dude, this shit's gonna tip over. Like I was a little bit worried, and Adam walked over and he's like, holy shit, like, did you see that? I was like, yeah, I was standing right here. And so he like ended up moving.
Like a microburst?
Yeah.
There's some good winds, man.
But
Like,
it
we
was
had a
just
Where was this at again?
at Levitt Lake.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it just hit it again because his pops up to the side, and the way he
It
had,
probably caught it.
yeah, it was like a scoop, like a parachute.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
it grabbed it. And,
Yeah. And so he's like, oh shit. So he kind of pulled his rig around and moved it the other way so that it would hit from the other side. And
Yeah.
he had parked moved it over next to kind of like a little stand of trees. So it kind of like break up the wind a little bit. And after that, he was fine. But it was just like that one moment. I was just like, holy shit! I've never seen a car lean that much.
We better jump on the tire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
there was some good winds. We found some rad spots.
Yeah.
Like, this would be a bitchin' spot, dude. But like the winds were like just coming up the mountain, just fucking.
Yeah.
Like,
And dude, we just sitting there watching the clouds blow over. It was they were just ripping by.
they're moving. Dude.
Yeah, I was like,
Crazy.
holy shit.
No.
But it was kind of cool because that afternoon, because it was all dreary and rainy and whatever. So Adam and Nate are like, we're just gonna get in our tents and relax for a little bit. Now I was kind of sitting outside. I was like, fuck this. I don't want to sit around right now. Like I don't care about the weather. So
Yeah.
I bundled up. I'm like, I'm gonna go walk around the lake for a little bit. And I literally walked around the lake.
Oh, rad.
And by the time I got to the backside of the lake, like the storm was starting to blow out.
Oh.
And like all of a sudden it's like, patches of blue sky. And I'm like, oh shit, like this is kind of cool. It stopped raining. So I keep going on my hike, and by the time I got all the way around the lake, like it was clear, like blue sky, like the storm had
Nice.
blown out. So I got back to tent. I was like, get up, fuckers.
Come on, lady
like
fucks.
you guys are missing it. Like get out here. It's magical right now,
Yeah.
So we all got up or they came out and kind of walked back down to the lake and like, this is rad. Look at this place. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Man. It was pretty cool. But the next morning woke up, packed up. We were like, the overnight, like another storm front kind of moved in.
Yeah.
Like I remember waking up at one point, it was like probably like 1:00 in the morning, kind of laying there. And I was like looking out the window at the stars and like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I kind of rolled over to go back to sleep, and all of a sudden it got pitch black, like super dark. And I looked back out the window, and like the stars were gone, and like all the clouds are moving back in again. I was like, fuck, here comes the storm again.
It was off and on, even the Friday night we had rain, but it was nice because like you have that
just
rain
a
on the
little
top and the rooftop, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like fun, and it wasn't like downpours,
Right.
Yeah, so it was perfect, drop the temp a bit. We could actually bundle up, which
Yeah.
is rad. But I wouldn't really. I mean, I was like thinking the whole weekend, I'm like, oh, I'll be in the 70s.
Yeah.
I packed a bunch of shorts.
I didn't pack for cold weather. I mean, I packed like a heavy flannel and
A beanie.
a beanie and my vest, and that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't bring a jacket.
Yeah,
or
luckily
anything
I
like
threw a
that.
pair of pants in my bag, and then I always have like my puffer jacket lives in the truck now. Just in
Yeah, I
case.
always have my wool jacket in there, and I also have a beanie in there and gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beanie, gloves, and my puffer jacket.
Yeah,
just
that was
live in
one thing.
there.
I happened to throw a pair of my favorite. I have like these wool gloves that are like fingerless. Love them, but I happened to throw them in my backpack, and I was like so happy that I had.
You're stoked.
Yeah. But yeah, so the next morning we woke up. We decided like let's just get out of here. Headed back down the trail, jumped back on the 395, and started heading south. Mm-hmm. And the more we headed south, like the better the weather got. Like it started getting sunny, warmed up a little bit, and we pushed all the way back down to Bishop again. We went back down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Back down to Bishop. Stopped in Bishop. We went to Shots Bakery. Mm-hmm. Grabbed some bread, some pull apart, all that stuff, and then we headed back down to Independence. Mm-hmm. And we stayed on a little dirt road outside of Independence.
Oh, okay.
And found a bitchin' spot right off of the road, a little dirt trail that went back. It dead ended at this creek.
Oh, rad.
So perfect spot for we could fit 4, maybe 5 rigs in there.
Okay.
And it was perfectly flat, perfect place to set up. Nice creek running through. You could hear the water at night running through, and it was clear skies at night. I have my propane fire pit, so we broke that out, cooked some dinner, sat around the fire, and just kind of hung out for a bit. It was awesome.
That's perfect.
And then the following morning, we got up on Monday, and our plan was we were going to go check out Cerro Gordo and run up there and
the ghost town and all that.
Check it out. And so we're trying to map it out, like the best route to get there.
Where exactly is that?
So Cerro Gordo is on the east side of the 395. If you know where Owens Lake is, it's on the far side of Owens Lake, up in what they call the White Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, so the White Mountains is kind of the barrier for Death Valley.
Yeah.
So if you go up over the White Mountains, you come down into Death Valley on the other side. And so we're trying to map it out, like what's the best way. And so where the road to Cerro Gordo starts is a town called Keeler.
Okay.
And so we were trying to map a route to Keeler to get to the trailhead. And,
I didn't realize it was okay.
yeah.
See it.
And so
Yeah, because there's Owens Lake,
yes,
and then you go around it
Right.
on the 136.
right, which right now is closed.
Yeah. Although,
Well-
Hurricane Hillary
Yep.
shut down all those roads. You can't get to
fuck
Death
it
Valley
up.
from the 395
Yeah.
anymore. At least
So-
not right now.
Yeah,
We're trying to-
Ola Concha or
Alancha.
Alancha.
Yeah.
It's closed down all the way from there to
Yeah,
the
the
136.
whole area is
south
shut
of
down.
190.
Yeah.
So
Could be a
get
while.
this. So we didn't know this. And Adam's trying to map it. I'm trying to map it. We're both like, dude, Keeler is like non-existent for some reason. Like
It's
Google
off the
Map,
map.
Google Maps wouldn't route a route to it. Apple Maps wouldn't do it. We're trying everything we can think of, and it would like do the whole like spinny wheel thing.
Yeah.
And then just like stop. Like, no,
Yeah. Sorry.
fuck you. And so we're like, what the hell? So Adam was able to kind of find a roundabout route to get there. But he's like, dude, it looks like these highways are closed. But this one route kind of, it looks like we can get there. And so we headed out. We're
Yeah, you can see it's closed down.
yeah. Oh, I'll show you some photos, dude.
Oh yeah. Washed out.
Well,
So-
now it's closed down, but it
No.
wasn't when you went up.
No, it was. So we found this roundabout way to get in there, which was supposed to be closed, but they didn't have the road closed signs on it. So we head up this road and we're cruising up. We get into like Owens Lake, and the way Owens Lake is set up, so right now it's got a lot of water in it.
Yeah.
But for like the last
Yeah. All the water levels were.
like 30 years, it doesn't normally have water in
Yeah,
it.
on the Google Maps, it's a dry lake.
So they actually farm salt out there. Mm-hmm. And so it's broken up into these different, like, almost like fields. But to drive along it, it's like a raised roadway. So it's like almost like a berm you're driving on. And you're going through, like, between these different patches.
yeah. Bodies of water. Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we're cruising. It was super rad. Like, we're driving down these roads on this, like, raised roadway through this area. And we're just like shocked, like, wow, we've never seen all this water out here. But it was crazy because of all the water from the past winter filled it back up, and it became this like natural wetlands.
Yeah.
There's all this waterfowl out there, all these birds.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even
Dude,
all
it
the
was
lowland areas were
awesome.
like all full of water.
Yeah,
It's
and we're
crazy.
driving along, we're jamming along these roads, right? And all these birds are like taking off, like flocks.
Oh,
of birds.
rad.
You see them like coming up on the water, and it was just super like serene, and
Yeah.
you know. And so we're driving along, and like the only cars that were out there were these LA DWP trucks,
Oh.
because come to find out, LA Department of Water and Power owns Owens Lake.
Yep. It's part of like it's yeah. If you look it up on the map, it's like part of like LA
Yeah.
County. I'm like,
So
What?
it's so weird. Yeah.
the quick side story about this. So back in like I think it's like the early 1900s, some guy like kind of shadily like brokered this deal with LA, and they bought this whole land and made Owens Lake used to be flourishing.
Yeah.
It was like a resort lake. And they used to have a big steamship that ran across the lake.
Oh wow.
And all this stuff. It was like
What?
It was like back in the day, like that was in the early 1900s, like that was the place to go, like a vacation spot.
Kind of like Lake Elsinore. I was like a fucking cesspool now. but
Yeah.
It back in the day, it was like a Hollywood hotspot.
So LA, like through this shady deal, like bought it and pumped all the water out of it, and that's how LA became such a big city. They got all their water from Owens Lake,
Really?
and destroyed the valley.
Yeah. Oh, that
And
sucks.
yeah, it's horrible. But
It's like really far away
Yeah.
from LA.
Yeah.
but
the water source.
But if you look,
fresh water
there's
source.
the LA aqueduct.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive up the 5 freeway, right? If you're going to like when I was
like
a kid,
the grapevine and stuff.
well, when I was a kid, I always remembered it. Like when you get close to Magic Mountain,
Yeah, there's that
Off to the
coming up
right.
off the right. There's that pipeline that goes up the hill.
it comes down.
That
So
spillway.
the water spills down.
Yeah.
That's the aqueduct coming from Owens Valley.
Oh, that's what feeds into it.
They pump it up over the mountains,
Yeah.
and then it comes down the other side.
Okay,
into
I know
LA.
exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's them pumping all the water out of Owens Valley, basically.
That sucks.
So anyhow, we go over there. We find this route in. There's nobody around, no traffic, no cars. We're just kind of like, this is okay,
Yeah.
cool. Like no one else is
Yeah,
out here.
cool,
We're
yeah.
cool. So we get to the beginning of the road that's supposed to go up to Cerro Gordo. Well, there's this beautiful sign at the beginning of the road. It's a big wooden sign. It's all very nicely made.
Yeah.
It says, Cerro Gordo mining town or something like that. And then at the bottom, there's a little plaque and it says town closed. And next to it, where the road is, there's cones out and then a big road closed sign.
Was it closed due to the weather and the roads leading up to it? Probably.
It got super washed out. So he struggled over the winter with all the rain and everything. It washed out the road back then, and he had to rebuild the road and got like the county. So the road up
that guy's
there,
had his ass kicked so many times with that place.
So Brent,
Holy shit.
he's I follow him pretty religiously, like on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Watch all his
good
videos.
content, yeah.
I just the way he builds his videos and narrates and stuff. It's really cool. Like I like the message. He's very positive. Like,
Yeah, no, he's a
his
good
vibes
guy,
are cool.
solid,
Yeah. And so he struggled over the winter with it getting washed out. He had to rebuild the road, the whole deal. Well, then Hillary hit and did even worse job on the road and really washed it out. But we didn't know this going up to it. So we get there and we're all bummed. We're like, oh man, like we really wanted to go up there and see the town. We were hoping to meet him and talk to him a little bit. And we got there and we're just like, oh man, like, balloon pop type thing.
Yeah.
This sucks, man.
Yeah.
So we're like, man, what do we do now? Well, as we're sitting there, these two guys on dirt bikes kind of come up the road and go around us. And then they take this other trail and we're watching them. We're like, oh, there's another road over there. And it goes up and there's another, like kind of like ruins, whatever, remnants of a building or something there. And they kind of go up past that and then continue up the road. And so we're like, oh, I wonder if those are like guys that work up there or, people that maybe like people that help him watch the property or something. But we're like, oh, look, you can get to that building right there. So let's take this little side road and go up there. Well,
Why not?
The building is it was like the smelter where they separate the ore and all that. They fire the everything they brought down from the mine, and it separates the
that's pretty rad.
like the gold and stuff from the iron and all that.
Yeah.
And so that was accessible because it was right there. It was a few hundred yards away, so it's not like you're intruding on the property or anything.
Oh, that's pretty cool though.
So we went up there, and there's a big flat spot where we parked our rigs, and we kind of walked around and took some pictures, and I put my drone up and stuff. And
you didn't monetize it though.
No, not at all. But but it was pretty cool. You can walk inside this thing and see where they had on the outside. You could see the I don't know what they call them. It's like a window almost, but it's where they like shovel the coal or the charcoal in there to fire the whole thing. Yeah. And then you can walk inside and see like where it was all processed and whatnot. And then up above, you can kind of climb out the back of it. And then up above there was a collapsed like water tower. And then they had the two big cement, they're like pools, but it's like where they kept like the cyanide and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Because in mining they use the cyanide to help it like separates the stuff when they wash it or whatever. And so there's these big giant like concrete
like washouts,
like
and stuff,
pools almost, and then all kinds of stuff. Like there was like cables laying around, and so you can see some stuff.
Yeah, it's fun, some history. Yeah.
And they had back in the day, they had a whole tramway that was set that goes all the way up.
Big operation. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you go up past Cerro Gordo, there's the what they call the salt tram. You've probably seen it on, YouTube or, social media and stuff. Like you can drive up to it, and it's a big giant tramway with where the cables used to come down the valley, and that's how they delivered the stuff down to the bottom.
Yeah, just
But anyhow, so we were kind
pulley
of
system. Yeah,
yeah, we're kind of exploring around there a little bit and checking it out, and then we get back down to our rigs, and we're like, well, we're here. Let's hang out for a little bit, and let's make breakfast. Why not?
Yeah,
So we.
Oh, you were there at in the morning.
Got there early.
Yeah, it was the first place we hit in the morning. So, we start set. I start set. I go, hey guys, I'll cook breakfast today. I'll do make some breakfast burritos or whatever. And I start setting up, and pretty soon we see those two motorcycles coming back down the road, and there's a Subaru. It was like a Outback or
Forester or something. Yeah,
just bombing down the road behind them.
Oh shit!
We're like, dude, what's going on here? Like, this is kind of crazy. And so they get back down, and the Subaru kind of flies down the road and stops right where the sign was. And he gets out, and Nate's got his phone, and he can zoom in on his phone.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, he's definitely not happy. Something's going on here, and we can hear him. And he's yelling at the guys on the motorcycle, like, yeah, there's a road closed sign right here.
Oh shit!
And so these guys obviously went up when they
tried to get around all the shit. Yeah.
And so he kind of chased them off, and they took off.
Wow.
And then he continued out, and then he went into Keeler, the little town that's right there. So we're like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then a few minutes later, some more vehicles started coming down, and there was a big dump truck, and it was like a Gen 2 4Runner or something heading down the road, and then they both went into the town as well. And so we're kind of like, oh, this is interesting. Let's kind of see what's going on here.
Yeah, see what unfolds here. Yeah.
And then after a few minutes after that, another dirt bike is coming down, and we're looking at it, and we're like, that's Brent. That's the guy that owns
for real?
Cerro Gordo. Yeah, because he rides a dirt bike sometimes.
Yeah.
And so he went down and went into the town, and he's got a property in Keeler as well. So when he bought the town of Cerro Gordo, part of it was he's got a trailer or something that came along with it.
Yeah, it's stay down in the town versus up
Yeah,
there.
where he can shower and freshen up or whatever.
Get supplies and all that stuff. Yeah.
And so he went down there, and so we're like, ooh, this is kind of getting interesting. Let's see what happens. So we make breakfast, and we've got our chairs out.
We're just waiting, got the popcorn
kind of
out,
hanging out, eating breakfast burritos and that. And pretty soon we see Brent come back out, and then he comes up and stops at the sign, and he's kind of hanging out down there for a little bit. And we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. Wonder what's going on. And when
Did you say what's up to him?
we wanted to, so we're like, yeah, maybe he'll come up here
come up to you guys,
and see what's going on. Because when we had stopped at the sign and saw that it was closed, both Adam and I had taken pictures and posted it on our stories on Instagram. We tagged Cerro Gordo and Brent, the guy that owns it, kind of hoping he'd see it and either respond and be like, oh, whatever's going on. And so he's down there for a little bit, and then he jumps back on his bike and then just kind of toodles back up the road and goes back up towards. We're like, man, that sucks.
Bummer,
We were kind of hoping we get to meet him or something.
Get some inside dirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it turns out we checked Instagram. He posted from there as well, and posted that the road was closed. And then he also posted a picture on his story of the road, and he's literally standing in the middle of the road in this 4-foot rut.
Oh,
that is 4 feet
washout,
deep by 5 feet wide, and then it's like up on each side, but the water.
This is the road.
River, had literally run down the road and just washed everything out down to the bedrock.
Wow.
And so the other day I was watching YouTube, and he posted a whole video on it of how bad the road was, and that they're going to have to rebuild it again, and they have to truck dirt up there and then pack dirt on top of this bedrock to be able to get back up to the town
in or something.
So how's the dude making money?
He's got some sponsorships. He's doing some commercialization stuff with his videos on YouTube and stuff like that.
You can't be making that much.
Oh, no, you don't make much off YouTube.
From what I understand, he's got a silent investor. that's helping.
cool, but,
because
like,
he's rebuilding that hotel.
What's his end goal?
So he's rebuilding the hotel right now.
Yeah, kind of make it into like kind of like what like Calico is in a sense,
Right.
but a better version.
Yeah, he wants to make it a destination spot
Yeah.
where people can come up, learn about the town,
Spend money at the gift shop.
yeah,
and
explore.
Yeah.
You know, he's set up one of the, I think it was the general store or something.
Because didn't he was building up the hotel and didn't it catch on fire or something? Was it the
No.
hotel that caught on fire or
So
something?
yes, when he first got there, I think a couple months after he kind of moved into the town, the hotel was there in its original form.
Yeah.
But due to like faulty wiring or something, it caught fire and burned down one night.
Yeah.
He woke
The
up.
whole thing burned down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was there, but because there's no fire department there, and he's got no
Yeah. He's got a fire extinguisher
equipment,
maybe.
Yeah, he called it in, but by the time they made it, the road to Cerro Gordo is 8 miles long.
Yeah.
And so by the time they got up there, it was
And it's
all
too
too late.
old timber. That thing probably
Yeah.
went up fucking quick, dude.
Yeah.
You know, there's no
I mean,
asbestos or anything
it burned
in
to
there
the dirt, like
Yeah.
nothing left. And so, you know, his goal now is he's in the process of rebuilding the hotel. He wants to. It's called the American Hotel. He wants to rebuild it. You know, representative
Yeah.
of its former
glory. Yeah.
glory and how it was before. It's pretty cool though if you watch his videos, like how he's designed this new version of the hotel. It's going to have like a speakeasy, and he just brought in recently this 1800s era bar.
Oh, cool.
Some guy contacted him. It was out in like Kansas or something like that, and it's this bar. The actual bar has a story behind
Has its own
it.
history. Yeah.
And so the guy wanted to donate it to the town. So he went out in like this giant, like 24-foot, like U-Haul truck and picked up, they were able to take it apart and put it into this truck in like 2 or 3 pieces.
Wow.
The bar itself is like 20 feet long or something like that.
Wow.
And so they brought it back and trucked it up to the town. And so he's got it up there. It's going to go into the hotel. And it's going to have a saloon and all like a what do you call it? Like a resemblance of like almost like a casino or poker table area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The old saloon style.
Yeah, and then it's going to have rooms and stuff. But the view from the hotel is amazing because it looks through this valley and then overlooks Owens Lake and the valley down there.
Nice.
So it's going to be really cool.
Yeah,
By the
once
time he
he's-
gets it done,
Yeah. He has like volunteers that come up there and help
Yeah.
him with it and stuff like that. I remember like
He's
back
got-
in the day when like he first started it, like I thought about it and like I can't remember who I was. Maybe it might have been like Jeff or something I was talking to. Like we were talking about like, dude, we should go, or maybe
Yeah.
Lucas. We were like, we should go out there and volunteer. It'd be fucking rad or something.
yeah, I would mind going. I reached out to him on
Yeah.
Instagram, message him, and like, dude, if you need
Yeah,
help,
you want to help out, swing
I'll,
a hammer.
I'll swing a hammer.
Yeah.
You know, push a broom, whatever. Like I'll volunteer my time just to
Be a
help
part
out.
of it. Yeah, that'd be rad.
And but he's got Heavy D Sparks coming in and helping him out.
Yeah, he's got some big time people coming in.
Well, he
Yeah.
came in once. Did he come out again?
Oh, they've been out there a couple times. Yeah, they helped him. They brought in that big like 8x8 rig that
Some
they,
sort of generator or something.
no, they
like
drug
that?
up a 30,000 gallon water tank.
Water.
Oh,
tank.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did that. They came up another time to help him pour cement or concrete into the walls of the hotel.
Yeah,
'Cause he couldn't get
the footings and stuff.
he couldn't
yeah.
get a company to come up, and nobody wanted to bring a truck up there.
Yeah.
And so Heavy D was like, "All right, well,
But-
we'll buy an old one, and we'll bring it up there and make concrete and pour it into the cinder block walls and stuff." And so he's been out there a couple times to help
That's
him
cool.
out. Yeah,
That's rad.
and
Yeah, hopefully they get it fixed soon. Could be rad. Fun place to go check out.
yeah,
I remember one time we went up there. I think we did Monachi, and we're like talking about hitting it up at one point on the way
Yeah.
home, but I think we had some issues, so we couldn't make it. That's when I think Lucas's brakes went out. We're gonna go on our way home, but then his brakes went out, so we're like, we're not making any extra stops.
yeah. And I I had heard
I've
in
yet to
the
go there.
beginning when he first bought the town, people were going up there, either to see the town or because it's a kind of a throughway.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that road and then go up and over. And I heard in the beginning, like he was kind of not necessarily chasing people off, but just like kind of greeting people on the road like, hey, this is now private property.
Yeah, people didn't know. I'm sure
Right.
back in the day, like before you swooped it up, I'm sure everybody just like randomly swung up there and
But I've heard different now that now he's very welcoming when the road's accessible.
Yeah.
He's like, come on up, check it out. Like he'll let like Overlanders. Like,
that's why I've heard he's pretty cool about it.
Yeah, like come
very
on up.
open.
You can go up to the salt tram. There's a different, like kind of a network of trails that goes off past the town, and he's just just be mindful of the property and don't fuck things up, and as long as you do that, like everything's cool type of thing.
That's rad.
So, yeah. So, but
That's a bummer you guys couldn't go up there though.
yeah, it was I mean, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
could we have made it up the road? Probably.
Probably.
But in our rigs, we probably would have been okay. But again, to be respectful.
Yeah, yeah. If it's closed, it's closed. Obey the signs,
Yeah, absolutely. And we were just kind of hoping to get to meet him or see him or something.
Yeah, been nice.
But
did you guys end up camping after that, or that?
No, so that was the day we were coming back.
Monday, because Monday was the holiday. Yeah.
So Adam and Nate were kind of on the fence of possibly staying another day.
Yeah, I remember they were talking about staying an extra day. Yeah, the day off.
But after that, they were just kind of like, nah, let's just head home.
Yeah,
and so we all caravan.
Had a great weekend. Yeah, let's all stick together.
But to finish the story about the closed highways, so after we left there, we hit. So the 136 runs through the top of Keeler, and that's where you turn off to go to Cerro Gordo. So we get on there, and we decided, we look at the map before we left, and we're like, oh, Alancha Dunes is right down this way. That'd be kind of cool. Let's go hit the dunes and mess around for a little bit, and then we'll hit the highway and go home. So we're cruising along, and the 190, the 136 hits the 190. So you take the 190 to go back to the 395. Or if you stay on the 136,
it's all closed down.
You can take that into Death Valley.
Yep.
So we're cruising along, and we get to the intersection, and to go straight into Death Valley, it's all coned off, and it says road closed, do not enter, whatever. We're like, oh, that's cool. But we're turning here anyway, so it's all good. So we turn and we start heading down the 190, and we're cruising along about a mile down. All of a sudden, we see cones kind of going across the highway, and we're like, "What the heck? Like, what's this?" So we slowed. Adam's leading, so he's on the radio. He's like, "Hey, something's up with the road. Like, we're gonna slow down and check out what's going on." Dude, the entire road was washed out.
Really?
Yeah, I saw pictures of it. It was like 4 feet deep.
Yeah,
like,
we had to literally go off the road onto the shoulder and go around. They had it coned off, so like we weren't like violating the environment or whatever. They had it coned to take you around this washout. But we're like, holy shit! Like, let's stop and check this out. Yeah. So we pulled over, and we're taking pictures. I flew my drone over it to see like exactly the extent of the damage. Dude, it was insane.
Wow.
And then later looked really bad.
Yeah. And then later on, I found videos on Instagram where Caltrans had gone out and videoed it while the water was washing it out.
Oh, shit.
Dude, it was nuts how much water was moving through there. Yeah, it was literally a river flowing through there. And so we're like, wow, this is crazy. Take pictures, get back in our rigs, start heading down. Well, about another mile down, same thing. We're like, dang, this is crazy. So we go around the next one, keep driving about a mile down, another one. We literally hit about 6 of these washouts.
Wow.
On the way down. And then
tax dollars hard at work fixing those things.
Yep. Caltrans.
Motherfucking Hillary hard at work.
Yeah. Smashing it.
Yeah. And so we get to the turnoff for Alancha Dunes. So we turn off, we air down, go have some fun in the dunes. It's kind of a cool little area. It's small.
I've never been out there.
It's not like Glamis or anything like that.
No.
I think the total size of the area is like 400 acres or something. It's not that big.
Still fun little play.
It was fun. Big dunes, like 2 sets of big dunes. We're running around. Adam's out there doing donuts and stuff. Nice. And we ran up the top of the dune, and then it was like on the side that the wind hits, it kind of digs it out.
Yeah, so it's all swept up and shit.
So we're Adam's like, come on guys, let's do this, and we're like, all right. Like drop in on the face of this dune, and it's crazy.
Shit.
Like,
yeah, you drop straight down.
Going down, you feel like your back end's just gonna flip over.
Yeah.
But you just take it easy and go through it, and then power out the bottom of it. And it was a lot of fun, just kind of messing around there and exploring that. And then we went back out, aired up, and hit that highway again. Well, when we get back down to the bottom of the 190, where right before it hits the 395, there's cones all the way across the road, and then on the other side of it, where if you were coming from the 395, it's all these road closed signs. But from the direction we came, it wasn't blocked. It wasn't blocked off.
Yeah.
So we're like, holy shit! Like I don't think we were supposed to be up here.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
they weren't
from that
expecting
way.
people coming. Yeah.
But I think my philosophy was that it wasn't coned off from the backside because all the people that live in Keeler, have to get back and forth. So they probably figured well, if you live back there, like, whatever, you're going to be able to get back and forth, in and out of the town. But for everybody, Labor Day traffic and all that
and shit,
coming off the 395, they wanted it closed.
Yeah, because where most people are going to be rolling through. Yeah.
But one thing I left out was when we first jumped off the 395 to head up to Keeler, we got to do this rad water crossing where you cross the Owens River.
Oh, nice.
And it's cool. It's designed to be a normal water crossing like all the time, but it's like this big cement pad that runs across the river, but you can't see it. When you first come up to the water, you're like, we pulled up and we're like, oh shit, I wonder how deep this is.
Right. There's a lot of extra water. Yeah.
Adam kind of jumped out and walked up to the edge, and he looks and he goes, oh no, there's a roadway that runs under the water. You just got to stay on this
straight.
stay on this path. And so
Adam's wild.
He's pretty fearless.
Yeah.
But cruised across that, no problem, and went on our way and
nice.
Had a great time. Like, it was cool. We also found another path while we were up. Where was it at? Man, I forget what area it was, but we just wanted to go run around for a bit. This was when we were further north, and we took this random trail that we found. Oh, it was right at, I'm sorry, it was right after, was it after Cerro Gordo? It was outside of Bishop, I believe. And we found this random canyon, and we looked it up on Onyx, and we're like, oh yeah, it's a verified trail that runs up through this canyon and goes up over this ridge. So we're like, yeah, let's check it out. Let's go do it. So we run up there. Dude, it was some crazy switchbacks going, because you got to go up over this ridge, basically. I mean, we were like, 4-wheel drive low, like back and forth up these switchbacks, going all the way up to this ridge. But man, we came up over the top, and it was just like, oh,
yeah,
like
it just
opened up into this giant valley, and just this dirt road, like almost like a fire road, just cruising through this valley. And we're just like, this is like, who would have known this was up here?
right.
It's awesome.
But I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the bristlecone pines.
Yeah,
So that forest is up on over the top of this ridge.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
We actually wanted to try to do that on our way home too, but we were just like, we're tired. We're burnt out.
I guess this is like another way in to go to this bristlecone forest thing.
Because I'll take you up to you can find with a I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Methuselah or something like that. Like the world's oldest tree supposedly lives up there.
Yeah,
they won't tell you where it is, but it's up there.
Right.
Yeah, because I want tourists finding it.
And so we decided to just keep going on this road and check it out, and just
Look it up.
Yeah.
just cruised along through this whole area. And we were just like amazed at how open and beautiful this place was. And we come across this other group of overlanders, like 9 rigs, and get to the first one, and this guy's like, and it's like a double track trail, basically.
Yeah.
Not a road, just like double track.
Couple tracks.
Yeah. And this guy's like, there's 8 more rigs behind me, and we're like, shit. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out, know.
Dude, it's 4,855 years old.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's literally the
1,000.
I think
That's old.
I think the bristlecones are the oldest living.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Think about that. If it's 4,855 years old, and we're in the
What's it called?
2023 Methuselah.
Methuselah. Yeah.
Methuselah.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
And it's an ancient Great Basin bristlecone
Yeah.
pine. So check this out. 4,855 years ago, right? Us to zero is about 2023.
Yeah. BC. So it's
Then
BC.
Jesus was born, right? If you're, regardless if you're
BC
religious or
80,
not, you know. Then before Christ and after death, right?
Yeah.
So then you go the same amount of time that we are back even further, actually even further.
Yeah, double
another
it.
800 years.
Yeah.
Go back that even further. This tree was born then.
Yeah, it's been around since before, like double, like, yeah.
And if you listen to Joe Rogan, they talk about how there was a great, this is all hypothesis theory and conspiracy theories, right? They talk about how 11,000 years ago is when there was a great reset of the human nature, right?
yeah?
Of the humans. Like something happened, and reset them, right? Put them back into Stone Age. This is pretty damn close to that, dude.
It is right
Like,
on that.
It just
timeline.
blows me
Almost
away.
5,000
like,
years.
Yeah, almost 5,000 years ago, like going back to Christ, and then even before that, the same amount of time we are today away from Christ, before Christ. Holy shit, that's an old ass tree.
Yeah. Only a few people found. I wonder if Adam, Circle L,
Well, there's
Overlanders.
pictures of it.
Yeah, but like you're not able to, like, it's not a designated trail to find it.
Right.
They used to have it, and like people would go up there obviously because people suck and they'd crash it, and so they wanted to protect it, so they actually keep the location.
It looks like a dead tree.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it dead?
No, they're still alive.
It's just it doesn't have all the piney needles and branches,
Right.
but it's just a big thick ass tree.
It looks like a trunk. Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Well, it's like the
Crazy.
it's like the sequoias,
Yeah.
or the redwoods. You know, they in Yosemite and Sequoia, they've got the
King's
what is it?
Forest and all that. Yeah,
The General Grant. and
yeah,
all that.
Sherman tree and all that. Yeah,
But I actually watched a documentary. There's another tree
yeah,
in the forest
bigger,
that's bigger than all of them.
but they're hiding that
Same
one as
thing.
well.
They won't say where it's at.
Yep.
And they said this thing is gigantic.
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Those suckers are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, like, if you know, you know.
Yeah. I would
Type
love
of
to be
thing.
able to find them. I wonder
Oh,
if
yeah.
I wonder if Adam knows. He lives up there. He's got to know where it is. I wonder if he would show us one day. Just like let us go up there.
Dude, I love watching his posts.
Yeah, he's on top of it. Like
Well,
as far as like all the
Just
tread lightly.
his passion for the land.
Dude, he does. Yeah,
And you
Wait,
know,
where is it? Where's Methuselah?
it's off the 395.
Yeah, it's up north.
Oh, it's shown on Google Maps off the 280 near San Jose.
No,
All right.
see, they're just trying to divert you.
I say maybe that's how they throw everybody.
Yeah. No, it's up there.
But no, his stuff, like, you know, especially lately with all the people, like, because of the storm damage, like, still trying to get into the areas where they shouldn't be, and
Yeah.
creating
He actually
new
he called me
trails.
out luckily, and he educated me because I camped somewhere where I wasn't supposed to camp apparently.
When was this?
When we were up there,
Oh, really?
I posted it, and a lot of people are asking me, "Oh, where's that? Where's that?" And like I've seen, like literally today, I saw other people posting camping in that exact same spot, but apparently we're not allowed to camp there. It's supposed to be private land,
Oh, really?
but people have been pulling, and like I obey all the signs. I saw these like private property signs, so I made sure not to pass any of these signs.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like even if we're like questionable about it, I'm like it's not worth it.
Right.
So I don't even fuck around. But like there was nothing posted. So we camped there, and apparently people have been going through and pulling down the private property signs.
That sucks.
So like I had no idea.
That's shitty.
Yeah. So people were
He
pulling
got
them.
on you about that?
He just mentioned it to me. He didn't. Luckily, he didn't put me on blast and put me all over social media. Like, look at this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But
He did it to somebody else we know.
Yeah, no, he's done it, and like, but rightfully so, because if you're being stupid, you're fucking around. But like, he let me know ahead of time. I'm like, shit, man, I if I had known,
Yeah.
I would have never been there. Obviously,
Honest mistake.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw the posted no trespassing
Yeah.
signs, private property. We didn't pass that, but apparently it's a wider area, wider berth that we just weren't aware of. So, which kind of sucks. I kind of mad at
so-
myself for that, but
So this trail that I was just talking about that we were on, it ended, and on Onyx Maps it showed that it went through because we were trying to connect to another trail, and one of the other options to go to it was closed because of storm damage. So we kind of studied and said, okay, if we keep going around this way, we should be able to get through and get to this. We were trying to get to this highway that would take us back around through Ridgecrest.
yeah,
And so we got to this point where, and it was funny because almost to the end, we were coming along, and all of a sudden, there's this random guy in a Ranger, one of the side by sides, not a Ford Ranger, but the Ranger little side by side, and probably the rancher that
probably
works that area, but he didn't say anything to us. He just kind of waved and, hey guys, didn't say like, hey, you guys shouldn't be out here or anything. But we got to the quote unquote end of this trail, and there was a barbed wire fence, but there was one of those like makeshift gates, right?
Yeah.
But there's cows. There's like cows literally standing on the end of this,
right there, yeah,
like looking at us. And so we stopped and we're like, dude, do we keep going? Because it doesn't say no trespassing. There's no private property signs, and a lot of those,
the ranches are huge up there,
right? And a lot
it's
of
like just grazing area, and they're usually a lot of times they're cool. As long as you open the fence and close it behind you,
exactly.
you can pass through.
And we talked about that. We're like, well, we could go through, just close the fence behind us, but we were kind of like, we don't know. There's cows right here. We don't want to mess with, like, what if one gets out while we're trying to get through?
Yeah.
So we were just like, you know what? Let's just call it.
Better decide on the.
We'll just backtrack. It's a beautiful area, anyways. We don't mind going back the way we came.
Still,
it was an awesome adventure, going through there, but definitely someplace I want to go visit again. Dude, it was crazy. We came upon this facility up there in the middle of this trail, in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful facility. Like, it looked kind of like a modern log cabin-ish style, but huge, like a whole facility, right? And so Adam's like, let's go check it out. So we kind of take this offshoot to go over to where it is, and there was a gate, so we couldn't get in. But there was a sign right there, and reading the sign, it's University of California. It's like some research station.
Oh, yeah.
That they must be studying like wildlife or migration patterns or something. But a gorgeous facility. Like, I took pictures of it. Yeah.
Your tax dollars hard at work.
Yeah, you got some money.
But I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. Like,
right?
This thing is, and like as we backtracked and then kind of got back on the trail, like some people had walked out, but I don't know if they were just kind of like, who are these guys? Or if they just happened to come out at the same time we were driving by or whatever. But I was like, dude, that place looks nice. Like, that's really cool.
Wouldn't be a bad gig.
Yeah, right? Like, and it's funny because when we came back out, we went past that place, and there's kind of an intersection at one point where another trail kind of crosses, and we actually saw like some traffic through there. Like, it was funny, people out there, and they're like it was like a Nissan Sentra or some shit out there. So we're like, well, coming from that way, it must be a pretty easy trail because the way we came, there's no way that fucking car is making it up
coming
the trail.
The same route. Yeah.
But when we went back, as we came up upon this one part of the road where it's kind of like would like wind out along the ridge of this valley and overlooking this giant, open valley, there was these like 3 or 4 trucks parked off to the side of the road, and they weren't there when we came up the first time. And so we're like, oh, I wonder what's going on here. Well, as we drove past, these guys are all like camoed out, not military, but like hunter style.
They're probably hunting. Yeah.
And they were sitting on chairs with like spotting scopes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like watching across this valley. So I don't know if we were like, it must be like a migration pattern for like the elk or something that come through this valley.
We ran into some people when we were up in Bridgeport on the trail, and we ran by some people, a couple guys on some side by sides, and another guy in a pickup truck, and they said they're up there hunting, I think deer and bear.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, oh,
yeah, it's funny. When we came out of Bishop, just outside of Bishop, there was guys parked right off the side of the 395, and they're walking back down the side of the road with their fucking shotguns on their shoulder. I was like, dude, you don't see that every day.
It's open season shit.
No, but they were like in the what do you call it? Like the bright orange vest and all that stuff.
Yeah, safety.
Yeah.
Reflective shit, yeah.
But these guys on that trail we were on I think they were probably scouting for later.
Yeah.
Because they were watching across this valley, and we didn't see anything out there, but they must have been watching for probably migration patterns or something to watch where these, deer or elk or whatever are moving along, because they were definitely down for business,
You guys see any deer or anything while you're out, or?
We saw elk on the way up. At one point we had taken a side road to go check out some hot springs.
Yeah.
And, again, same thing, like driving through a lot of pasture lands and stuff where there was a ton of cows and whatnot. There was a bunch of geese landed
Oh,
in this
yeah.
one field, like feeding, you know. But other than that, not too much other
Yeah,
wildlife.
we were like trying, like we had like when we were up on the mountain and stuff like that, like we had like amazing views for like days,
Yeah.
you know, every direction. Like, and we're like, we had, our buddy Adam had his binoculars out
Yeah.
and stuff, and we're looking everywhere trying to find something. Like this would be the perfect spot for,
Yeah.
you know, where the fuck are they? And we didn't see shit the whole time until
I
like,
think it was because of the storm, to be honest with you.
yeah, they're probably all hunkered down.
Yeah.
We ended up seeing like finally when we were coming down from that spot up in Bridgeport, we were coming down the hill and we saw one deer off in the distance. He's like, "Oh, they're on the left." We're like, "Oh shit, yep,
Yeah.
there's one." Yeah,
Yeah, because when we were at Levite Lake, we were wondering, well, kind of expecting, you know, we're like, well, there's not a whole lot of people up here because of the weather, but we're like, most likely we're probably going to get a bear or something come through camp
yeah.
tonight.
We're expecting something. Yeah.
Nothing, man.
Huh.
And so we probably figured, yeah, with this it was almost like a winter storm
Yeah.
coming through. We're like, yeah, they're probably like
Just hunkered down.
hiding somewhere, like trying to stay warm and dry. And
Well, they know it's
whatnot.
coming.
Yeah. They know more better than we do. Yeah.
But no, it's just great trip. I love that area.
Yeah.
I honestly I can't wait to go back because I want to. There's so much to see up there.
Oh yeah. Like, we were dropping pins the whole way. Like, oh, gotta come
I
back
wanna
here.
go.
I don't know what's down this way. Oh,
Let's
dude.
go.
Like, yeah. Yeah. You. It was funny because we were talking to this guy on the trail. One of the guys on the dirt bikes we ran into, and he's like, "Right, dude, like this is amazing, man. Like, there's so many trails. Like we don't know where to go. You know, we can go down this way or that way." He's like, "Man, like I've brought people up here, and we've been on the trail, like just riding our bikes,
Yeah.
for 2 days straight, and never hit the same trail twice."
Right.
And it's like, yeah, you can just go for days up there and just fucking get lost.
Well,
It's
and the
fucking
cool,
rad.
yeah. Not only that, but the other cool thing about that area is it's just so full of history,
Yeah, tons of
You know,
history. Yeah.
mining, and settlers, and all that stuff just coming through that area.
variety of like terrains and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a great place to go. And
Yeah, and there's some challenging trails, and there's easy trails.
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah.
for everybody. It's kind of nice. Yeah, we had we were coming. I was super bummed. We were coming down the hill from we were up in Bridgeport. We're coming back down the hill in the morning, and this was, I guess it was, so Friday night we're there. That was Saturday night. So Sunday morning we're coming back down.
yeah,
And we still had all day Sunday, all day Monday to fuck around. So we're coming down, and my truck's doing this fucking, my tires are rubbing on one side. It doesn't normally rub. I'm like, fuck, why is it rubbing? We're hitting some off-camber shit, some big rocks and stuff, but like, it shouldn't be rubbing that bad. So I go under and look, and sure enough, my airbag cradle broke again.
the same one.
No, the other side this time broke. I'm like, son of a fucking bitch, dude.
Dang.
So we had to do a little quick trail repair.
Yeah.
I crawled under there, and it broke in half. So my idea was, I didn't have any. I have a brand new cradle. I bought a 2-pack.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring the other one with me, sitting in my garage.
Dang.
Genius. But so I just like took the cradle and I flipped it around the other direction, hoping that would just at least hold it in place, enough so it wouldn't hit the frame and go past it. So I did that, and it at least got us down the trail to the road and stuff. And then, we went back into Levining. That's where we stopped and had like coffee and all that stuff in the morning. Kind of got a game plan, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, this might fuck up my whole weekend. Like, I don't want to hit any hard trails.
Yeah.
This is fucking garbage, and it's just gonna blow an airbag. And I'm gonna limp home. Like, we almost have to just kind of take it easy and do some dumb shit, I'm like, I don't want to call the whole trip. I don't want to fuck up the whole trip, but let's just do some easy trails. So we're like, all right, we'll baby it, maybe, because we were actually going to cut all the way back over to the 6 and go down the 6
Oh yeah.
and try and explore that area. But instead I'm like, I don't know, because we don't know what's out there. I don't want to hit some harder trails and
Right.
make it worse, and we're fucking limping home and on some tough trails. So we're like, let's just cruise, and so we're left there, and then we came up to like June Lake, and I'm like, we'll just drive the June Lake loop and just kind of see what it's like now. Because last time I went through there, like the water levels were super low. Let's just check it out. And so we're doing that, and then we're okay, and then all of a sudden we see this little dirt trail. I'm like, I can't remember when it went somewhere. It was like there was like a trailhead for hiking and stuff.
Oh yeah.
and it looked like the trailhead kind of went up to where all the snow was,
Oh, yeah.
snowpack was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's see how close we can get up to the snowpack. Maybe we can get up there. That'd be rad. So we start going there, and then off the main, little fire road kind of thing up to where the trailhead is, there's a couple of offshoots, right? Well, let's just see what's up these offshoots, maybe. I mean, I don't want to be able where all the tourists are. Let's go up this way. Maybe that'll circle back up and around to it, So we did that, and it kind of goes up, and then it overlooks, I think it was Carter Lake, and then which was rad. And then we keep going in, and then all of a sudden it just gets super rutted out, all gnarly and shit. And we're like, well, we're here, we're committed. Let's just keep going. So we start going through that, and all of a sudden we came into like a whole nother patch of aspens, and it was sloshing through a bunch of mud and getting through all these things and stuff, and then it got super tight. Like I don't think anybody's been down these for a little bit, maybe, I don't know, because and we're big. I'm in the big tundra with a camper on the back, and then Adam's in a Sprinter that's lifted with all this shit, and we're like, well, fuck, we're already here. Let's keep going. And it was tight. Like he ripped his antenna off the top of his his ham radio antenna. Like, well, it bent in half, so snapped that back. And then he lost on his side steps. It bent it in because you were driving through, it was all muddy and stuff. You couldn't see, and all of a sudden, just boom, it would drop down. It was all rutted out and off, camber and shit. And then the trees were all overgrown, so we're just pinstriping the shit out of our trucks and truck and van, I guess I should say. But so one of his driver's side running board got smashed in.
Oh, man.
His antenna broke off, and then his gray water line. It's like this tube underneath the van, and it's got a little latch, and you can pull your tube out, the hose out of it.
Yeah.
Well, it ripped the cover off, the hatch off of it, so the tube fell out. And I was behind him at this point, and I'm like, is that your tube? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know. There's a big tube on the ground, So he pulled over. I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, that's mine.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, And then all of a sudden I heard what's left of my cradle snap. Oh. I'm like, fuck, dude. So now I'm like, so we're okay. Well, we're already committed. We're so much for me. Like, let's do some easy trails. I don't want to do anything hard for the rest of the trip. Yeah, we've sent it into this shit. And then we're going, and the trail shows us it showed it went through, but when we got there, it was just a loop and it dead ended. You couldn't go through. But there were some rad little camp spots. I dropped some pins on there too.
Nice.
So there's some rad camping in the aspens and shit. So when we came out of there, and there was another one. It wasn't a marked trail on Onyx, but you could see there the trail. So we started following that, and all of a sudden it got a little hairier. And then we're like, okay, well, let's walk this the rest of the way. So we got out, stopped, and walked it. And there's this one spot where it just dropped down, went right back up, and he's in the long wheelbase Sprinter van. I'm in a full size rig. I might have been able to make it because I'm on 37s and shit. I could probably dragged my way through this, but it'd been a little rough, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It was probably a bad idea. And then some guys, all of a sudden, these two Jeeps came up, and a little 2-door Jeeps, and one guy, they're super friendly. The first one came up as a older couple, and they're like, yeah, we're just rolling. I'm like, all right, have a good time, and they got through, and but they even dragged going up through it.
Oh wow,
they should have some 4122 hitch sliders on, but they went through, and it was they're identical Jeeps, either these old Wranglers or something, and they almost the same color and everything. And the second Jeep pulls up, I'm like, oh yeah, your friends just went through. Our friends, we don't know them. And I'm like, oh, I just figured, you got a similar Jeep.
Just because we both have little rubber duckies just doesn't mean we're friends.
Right? I thought all Jeep guys knew each other. It was a running joke too, because Adam was in a van. Every time we saw a Sprinter van, which they're everywhere up there.
There was so many out that weekend.
Many. I'm like, hey, is that your buddy? Do you guys know each other?
There must have been an event or something going on.
No, it's Mecca for mountain bikers, and they all have Sprinter vans and all. Yeah, no.
Dang.
So we, after that, we're like, okay, we just got to turn around and go back the way we came.
Yeah.
So we went back through and all that, and I'm limping now at this point. So I'm like, fuck, dude, what? Okay, yeah, I had trouble when I was in up north trying to find a part. The cradle, nobody's gonna have it. I'm like, nobody around here is gonna have that thing. I'm like, fuck, how do we solve this problem? So we drove into Mammoth, and I'm like, well, let's just go to the hardware store. Maybe I can find something and I can make a cradle.
Yeah.
And we had ideas like, cause it's like this little 6-inch round, 6, 7, 8-inch round disc, basically, And they're like, well, maybe we'll get like a dog bowl. Get like one of those Yeti dog bowls. Those are tough, We'll just drill a hole through it.
Yeah.
So I went to the hardware store. I'm looking around. I couldn't find anything. Finally, and they have their hardware store in Mammoth is fucking rad, by the way. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like everything in there. But I found like a little like 8-inch frying pan, and I'm like, fuck it, this is gonna work. And so I bought this little 8-inch frying pan, bought a fucking drill bit, and fucking like I had my drill with me, and I fucking drilled a hole in the center. Still had the bolt from the fucking cradle, threw that in its place, and then fucking that was our fucking. It's still on my truck.
Hey,
instead of an airbag cradle, I got a fucking frying pan.
Whatever works.
But it fucking worked, man. So yeah, that allowed us to keep going on for our trip,
Nice.
So, yeah, but then like still, I didn't want to push it because I didn't know how I needed that to get me home. So yeah, we ended up, but yeah, we did that whole little route up there, which is fucking rad because it started getting all cloudy and like we're driving through the mist and shit, you know, and like we were like right below the snow line and stuff. It was rad. It was nice and cool out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we went down and we're like, let's just do the Mammoth Scenic Loop.
Yeah.
We went into town, got some supplies that we needed or whatever, and then we had to get propane. Because we were using the propane fire pits and we were burning through it. And this guy, rad dude at the RV park, that's where we ended up filling up our propane.
Oh yeah.
Super cool guy. I guess he worked for like Off-Road Magazine or he was a journalist.
Oh, that's cool.
For like some off-road magazines and stuff like that back in the day. And he had an old I think he had like an 80 series. He's like, that's my truck over there. And I'm like,
Nice.
oh, that's fucking sick. And he was a cool guy. He was like telling us like, all right, now, like, you got to check out these hot springs over here. He was like dropping us all these like spots. I'm like, dude, I've never heard of that before. He's like, oh no. And go over here and go like, go to this spot. Like,
Nice.
that's like the best, dude. You got to like check, like if you want to know what's cool, like, yeah, there's all the spots, around there, but you talk to some locals.
Make friends with a local.
Dude, he was like, oh yeah, man, no, like, go up here. Like, I'm like, dude, we only got one more day left. I'm like, we're not gonna be able to hit all this shit.
Yeah.
But we're like writing notes down.
Yeah,
and,
I was
like
gonna say, make
checking
note.
them right away on Onyx and like, okay, like drop a pin here. We got to go to this spot. Go to this spot. Like, it was rad. He was like, giving us some knowledge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, so we ended up just going back. Decided to fill up our gas tanks there, which sucked.
Dude, gas prices. It was weird because it went it peaked. It went up and down.
Yeah,
But it was like from Bishop to Mammoth was horrible.
dude. Right? Yeah.
Like I think we saw a couple places where almost $7.
Yeah. Diesel was over $7.
Yeah.
I fucked up and I had to fill up just outside of June Lake, and I think I paid like for regular, it was like $6.50.
Yeah,
$6.59. It was fuck, dude,
Yeah.
so bad, dude. The fuel prices were stupid. But yeah, we ended up just staying on the scenic loop. Found a cool little camp spot in the wood, in the pines and stuff like that. It's secluded. It was rad. I mean, and that's the thing. Like on the scenic loop, like if you're driving that, there's all these like little camp areas, and like that's where everybody pulled off of their trailers and stuff, and they're all like right on the road.
Right.
But there's some little offshoot roads you can follow, and you just follow them all the way to the back.
Well, you guys actually got lucky.
Yeah.
Because there was the what was it, the Rock and Rye Festival?
The Rock and Rye Whiskey Festival. Yeah, we saw that. That's funny because you sent me that. Hey man, what's going on that weekend? I'm like, we stumbled upon it last time. It's every
really?
Labor Day weekend because we were up there for Labor Day weekend, and we were just walking through. We were at Mammoth Brewery. And all of a sudden, we're like, what is going on over there? And like, it's like right there in the main part of everything. And we're like, yeah, it's a huge festival, bands and like whiskey tasting. And like that's almost just a destination on itself. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going back there just for that.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys got lucky that you were able to find spots.
Yeah, it was pretty packed up there. That's why, like, I had actually camped at this same spot before.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of knew where it was, and it was like far enough away from everybody. Like most people just kind of pull off the road, find the first spot they can get. And you just keep driving past all those people. We get all the way to the dead end, and nobody bothered us. Nobody came down there. It was rad. So yeah, we ended up doing that, and then yeah, same thing. Temps got rad, dropped down. Like it got cold at night.
Yeah.
It was in the low 40s to high 30s, and like we were huddled. Can't have a campfire. So we were huddled around the first couple nights. We used that Ignite ammo can fire that you got me, Ben. That worked great. And then the last night, Adam had one of these round ones.
That's what I have. Yeah.
With like the lid on it that comes off. Yeah.
I have that one.
Yeah. Not your big one you have. You have that big backyard kind of one. No, this one was maybe only like 12, 16 inches across.
Oh wow.
And it had like an orange lid that
Personal
comes
pan
off.
pizza.
Yeah, like almost like basically. That's like a medium. But it was a little bit bigger footprint than the Ignite one. But the Ignite one was kind of nice because like it has the vents on the side of the can, so it kind of pushes the heat out.
I do like the one I got you.
Yeah, no, I think it worked great, dude. We used that the first 2 nights, and then the last night he, dragged that out of his van, and we used that, and it worked good. And then we had Daisy with us, our dog, Lab. And, like Ranger, Allie's dog, is like deathly afraid of fire. Daisy is the complete opposite. She has zero clue of like fire danger. She'd be walking, like we kept like, cause we're huddled around the fire and it's propane. So you're trying to get as close as you can.
Yeah.
So it's a tight little, and she's just walking between, like all her whiskers on her eyebrows and her face, like were all melted and shit. Cause she would get too close to the fire. Like we were afraid she was going to catch on fire, dude. It was so bad. Yeah, but no, it was good. It was a good time, man. She did great. She slept like a rock, man. It was rad. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her in a bunch of your pictures.
Oh yeah, she was living her best life.
That's
dude.
awesome.
She was loving the cows. Just had her head out the window the entire trip.
Yeah.
Just loving it. And like it was funny. So like we brought both dogs, and like on the way up, like they can't control them. They're like just excited. Like let's go out this window. I gotta go look out that window. I can't just lay down.
Yeah.
And then by
so many new smells.
yeah, like I gotta check everything. I don't know what's going on. And like by day 2 is like they're just sleeping in the backseat. They could care less. They're like fuck whatever.
More trees.
Yeah. Okay. So no, it was fun, but it was much needed. Yeah, just get out of town, get out in cooler temperatures, which was fucking rad.
Yeah.
Needed that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was a great weekend for weather-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit dicey with some of the rain and hail and stuff, but
But it makes it for the adventure. It makes it, it's not just, your average, okay, we're sitting around. It's like, okay, it's kind of fun. Like there's some, a little mist coming in and at night. I loved it at night.
yeah, hearing the rain.
Hearing the rain at night just like knocks me the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
That's all I needed. I'm in my tent or whatever it is, we're in the camper, but we actually got to use our furnace.
Oh, nice.
That was fucking rad.
Is that the first time?
First real time, yeah. We've turned
nice.
on just for shits and giggles, but this is the first time like, okay, it's actually fucking cold.
Yeah.
And then like we cooked in the camper this time because we usually just, we still cook outside. We got the 2-burner, put it out on the rig swing out and, cook outside, but it was cold. Like just to be cooking a meal. Me and Adam be out hanging out at the fire, drinking beer, talking and telling stories. I'd go in there and like, holy shit, it's fucking hot in here. It's like a sauna, dude.
Yeah.
She's cooking, got the furnace on. I'm like, oh shit, it's kind of nice in here. Dude.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have that option now.
Yeah, it's good that it worked out.
Yeah, you can get out of the weather and the rain. And like, that was one thing that was nice too, because like the bugs, mosquitoes were crazy. When it wasn't raining, like 2 of the spots we were at, like they were out, dude. But then like the rain would come in, they'd kind of go away.
Yeah, you know what?
The colder weather. Once we got up top when it was colder, they weren't there.
Yeah, the spots that we were in, I don't think we had issue with bugs at all that weekend.
Yeah, we had a few. Like, I mean, they weren't like when we were up in Oregon and shit like that. They weren't like that, but they were definitely out.
Yeah,
we sprayed down and stuff like that. Just we didn't need like bug nets or anything, but they were there. They're gonna take a bite out of us if they could.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, the colder temps were nice because it did kind of scare them away, or and then the weather, the rain and stuff, they kind of didn't come out anymore. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, the wind and the rain definitely helped.
Yeah, a little bit of wind. Yeah, we were kind of trying to find that balance. Like, oh, this is too fucking windy. We're gonna fucking be miserable, but we could get a little breeze flowing through just to kind of shoo the bugs away and all that. That'd be kind of nice. So,
well, and the thing with the wind, at least where we were at, it wasn't constant.
Yeah.
It would gust and then kind of die down for a while and then kind of build up again and then die down for another 20 minutes or so. So it wasn't like you were constantly fighting the wind or dealing with it. It was just once in a while it would really gust.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. I mean, we were kind of in this grove of trees.
Yeah, we always we tried to like kind of shelter ourselves in some trees.
Yeah,
patch
yeah.
to kind of tuck away into.
Kind of get like a windbreak a little bit. So
yeah. Well, you going anywhere?
not right now. You know.
Got a little Smokies.
Yeah, that's true. That's next weekend.
Or, yeah, if you're listening to this, it's right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But other than that, things are kind of on hold. You know, work wise.
Yeah.
School's getting ready to start. So
Real life.
We're going to get busy for a little bit. We're also opening up second part of our restaurant.
Oh, nice.
So that's taken some focus and some time to get that up and running. But you know, once we get that going, it'll calm down a little bit. So maybe November.
Yeah. Take a month off or so.
Yeah.
Take October just to recoup.
Yeah, maybe November-ish. Definitely by December.
Yeah, I might take November off because October is busy. We got a lot of shit going. I have Jess's birthday. I think we're going to go to Utah, but like southern Utah.
Oh, nice.
Like St. George or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going to go, but we're just going to wing it like usual. But go out there for 3 or 4 days.
Nice.
And then we have the end of the Rebel Rally.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to go out to Glamis.
Yeah, I do
celebrate.
I'm going to try and make it out for that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
That week is the week we're opening the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
But the nice thing is, you know, we're closed on the weekends. So I might head out Friday after work.
Nice.
And then, you know, try and hang out for the weekend
Play
if
around.
possible.
Yeah.
I want to try and go out for that because Jessie hit me up.
Yeah, she's rad.
She invited us out there. So.
Yeah, I saw her down at. I went to that Tony Tuesdays, Tony Pepperoni Pizza down in Vista.
Yeah.
Got with them down there on Tuesday night. That was a lot of fun. There were some cool trucks out there and stuff.
Yeah, it looked nice. It looked pretty neat.
Yeah, pretty fun time. Just a quick little meetup, hangout. But yeah, that'll be a good time. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, October's gonna be busy.
Yeah, there's a lot going.
And then Halloween.
I take it you're not going to Baja.
I don't know, dude. Like I have so many commitments. That's right. Shit.
Camp Forlow?
Camp Four Lows in
Yeah.
October too.
I won't be able to go.
I don't know what I can. Yeah, there's so many things going on. I don't know what I can actually pull off and actually afford. You know, because it's a lot of money. Like gas alone is
Gas is dumb.
fucking
Dude,
killer,
it's
dude.
so stupid right now.
Yeah,
And it's not going down.
No, it's going up. It went up
it
like
will never go
35
down.
cents this week. It's fucking stupid, dude.
All
Like,
I'm saying is that like a couple of years ago when somebody else was in office, it was like
affordable.
$3 a gallon.
$3.50. Yeah.
If
Now
we come
it's
back down to
double
that,
that.
I would be traveling all over this place.
dude.
I'd be spending more money if they could lower the gas prices.
Just saying.
I'd be dumping more money into the economy. Come on now.
Not to get
I'd
political,
be
I'm
traveling,
just saying like
but-
during that time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the beginning of COVID, we were
Oh.
able to travel because it was like $3 a gallon.
We went out almost every weekend.
yeah.
Yeah. Gas prices are tough, but let's get into some plugs.
I'm gonna plug ExxonMobil. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely not, because their gas is expensive.
Shell. It's the worst. It's the best, but most expensive. Yeah.
Price wise, yeah. Chevron, all them, yeah.
Yeah. AM PM for the win.
I can get my hot dog.
they'll still get you on that 35-cent debit fee. I'm like, really? Still?
Still,
But you know what?
I mean,
worth
if the amount of transactions they do, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I get it.
But that's what I run. I have no issues.
yeah.
They used to be dog shit, but it's actually okay now.
But I think that's what made them better now.
Yeah, I agree.
They got caught on their bullshit.
How bad they were.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've actually seen some studies where they said, you know,
Top tier detergent.
yeah,
whatever.
but
Does
because
Ford
of what
recommend
happened in
BP
the past,
fuel? Yeah, BP or whatever, I think.
yeah, it's BP, but because of what happened in the past, now their grades are actually higher. So I've read that, you know, if you run super in your car, if you get the mid grade, it's actually super because they overmix it to make sure it goes like beyond that grade. And so instead of it being 89, it's most likely
So if you get
91.
super, then it's like super duper.
Race fuel, man.
Fucking better be. It's just expensive. I got to put that in
know,
the
right?
fucking car.
Yeah, I had to put it in my Mini.
Yeah.
91. High compression motor.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, well, you want to get some plugs?
Yeah.
What you got, Sean?
So I was thinking about this as I was coming over here tonight. I thought,
Long drive and traffic.
yeah, traffic was horrible tonight.
I beat you. I don't know how I beat you.
I don't know how you did either.
I thought I was going to miss the whole podcast, but
No, that drive sucks, dude. I drive that when I got to go to work.
But I think I'm going to take it a different direction tonight. Instead of shouting out companies,
All right. Yeah.
or I want to start by shouting out you guys.
oh,
So, seriously, in all seriousness, when you guys made the, I don't want to say an announcement, but started talking about a couple weeks ago about how you might start spreading out the podcast a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Episode wise,
I'll be honest, my heart sank a little bit. I look forward to Fridays.
Me too.
Because I enjoy these podcasts. It makes me happy. It's what I listen to on my commutes back and forth to work. And, no matter how shitty people are driving around me, listening to you guys puts a smile on my face
Oh, that's good.
because I enjoy it. And even when I'm driving with my daughter in the car or Rachel, they love listening to it as well.
Yeah.
They laugh, they think, because this podcast is just so down to earth. It's sometimes it reminds me of, you guys ever watch Seinfeld?
Yeah.
And what did they say about Seinfeld?
Yeah.
The show
Story
about nothing.
Show about nothing.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about this podcast in a good way. Like, it's so fun to listen to because it's just genuine.
Yeah, there's no structure.
You guys aren't
it's not organized.
No, you guys aren't scripted. You're not trying to, push, companies or whatever. I mean, yeah, you give you shout outs and stuff, but but it's cool. It's all good. It's
Well, we're only shouting out products we actually believe in.
right.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. So shout out to you guys because I'm glad that since you made that statement about the podcast stretching out, it really hasn't yet.
Well, it
And-
actually has because this week we didn't have one.
This is the
but
first-
we're recording on the day that we didn't have
Right.
one.
This is the first week. So I was kind of like bummed. And then I was like, well,
Well,
all
it
right,
gives people
Friday, it's
opportunity
Friday,
to be on it.
and here's a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
So-
have, like, legit though, like our catalog, we have like over 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So like, if
And I
if
listened
we
to
don't
all
have-
of them.
Well, yeah, but if somebody new is listening and like if we don't have one out this week, go back and listen to one of
If
our
I
old
want to
ones.
feel awkward, I'll go listen to an old one.
Yeah, exactly.
wanna
don't
cringe
go
a little
too
bit.
far back, but yeah.
Back to the OG
we
episodes.
had some rad guests and stuff throughout the
absolutely.
years here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's some
and it's
fun
funny
topics.
because through listening to you guys, and I would, hear you talking to different people, and like, oh, I'm gonna look them up, and then pretty soon, like, I'm chatting with these guys,
Yeah.
and then we're going to Arizona with some of them,
Yeah.
and like it's such a kind of a tight knit community, at least here, in Southern California,
Yeah.
And I mean, I listen to a couple other podcasts that take place, like there's a few like in the Midwest. and
Yeah, as do
stuff,
I.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But they've got their own community and their own events that are happening out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get a lot of information from you guys, and of course we talk outside of the podcast and stuff.
Yeah. We share memes.
And I a lot. I'm sorry. I'll
No, it's all
apologize
good.
for that.
No, we
but-
all do it.
I enjoy like being friends with you guys. And,
Yeah, man.
And, I remember the first time I met you guys and just thinking like, I want to hang out with these guys. And now I am. Like,
I want to party with these.
It's super cool,
Was it everything you ever hoped for?
and then some.
Oh,
But no, seriously. So shout out to you guys. My other shout
Appreciate
out,
it.
I want to shout out to Twig Rig Adam and
Right.
fearless leader.
Ugly 80 Nate for being great partners on the trip a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the 395, baby.
It was a lot of fun, and even though there was some crazy weather and whatever, I wouldn't even say we had any challenges along the way, but it was just the whole weekend was great. There was no drama, no tension, nothing. It was just a lot of fun.
Very easygoing guys.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We've found some amazing places, and like you said, dropped some pins on some new spots, and even tagged a couple of places along the way that we didn't hit, but we said we want to come
gotta
come
go
back
check
and
that one out.
check
yeah.
it out next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, shout out to them. Great guys.
Definitely.
Super knowledgeable, both of them.
Well, now he's selling a Sequoia.
Well, he keeps teasing it.
It's up for sale. Doesn't mean he's gonna sell it.
He keeps talking about it.
He
wants a new
he got it
project.
dialed in finally, and he's like, I want to start something new now.
Yeah.
The build is half the fun sometimes.
I think he's going to regret it, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
he's got that
He's
thing
got so
dialed in.
far.
Yeah. I mean,
The
that's
Sequoia's rad.
yeah, and it's well built. It's,
Yeah, but he
it's
wants to
set up.
rock crawl. That's what he was saying. I asked him,
He
why
almost
are you
needs
doing
two
that?
different rigs. He needs leave the Sequoia alone and just let
He
it
needs
be
a fucking Ultra 4.
an overland rig.
What he ultimately wants, he wants a Rocklander.
yeah.
Yeah,
He wants to be
But
able
that's
to.
tough, man.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
it is, and you're going to break shit.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost him, but you know what?
Do you?
More power to him.
Yeah.
If that's what he wants, great. If
Okay.
that
And he's the
makes
guy to
sense.
do it because he can work on
Yeah.
trucks and shit. He knows his shit.
He does. He definitely knows his stuff.
Yeah, and if you're local around here, he's like offering, to help people build their rig. Like if you're got some parts you need to install a new lift kit, whatever, he'll help you work on it.
Yeah.
So hit him up.
Yeah, and I've definitely picked his brain a few times on different stuff.
Ben,
So.
do you need some help?
No, I was just laughing. It's all good.
Yeah, he just posted on like Facebook on some of our off-road groups and whatever. And he's like, yeah, like services are up for if anybody needs help installing lights or whatever the fuck he needs.
Yeah.
Hit up Twig Rig.
No,
Coco.
great guy and super personable.
Yeah.
So fun to hang out with. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. No, solid dude.
But yeah, that's the ones I want to shout out. So
Nice. Ben, you got any extras or?
No, just little Smokies camp out.
Yeah.
You'll be listening to this on your way up.
Yep. Hope to see you there.
Congratulations. You made it.
You made it. I just want to do another quick shout out to all of the people helping us with that.
Yeah.
Our partners that came on board with
Well,
that.
that's where I was going with that.
Yeah, exactly. F-150 White Walker, good homie,
Hooking it
up. Go check
Yeah.
him out. His Instagram.
He does more than just cutting boards, so check him out.
Yeah, he does everything. Furniture, like legit, like custom furniture and shit, woodworking and stuff. So, yeah, rad dude, hooking us up with that. Aussie Gear definitely came through with a big, grand prize here. Really appreciate them. Check them out. They got some crazy van builds. And they have like other stuff. Obviously, go to their website. I have their pack, or I'm fucking it up again. 'Cause I can't.
Pack out system.
I call it a pack out system, but it's something else. But it's rad and I love it. So the whole contraption on my back spare tire that holds all the extra gear. But yeah,
And it's not heavy. That's the cool part.
it's not. It's freaking rad. 30 something pounds. So but yeah, go check them out.
About the same weight as a 16 pack of Coors Light.
Hey, right? What do you bring? Overland Spices again as well, hooking everybody else up who's entering the cooking contest.
Even if you don't win, you're getting something from them. But if you win, you're getting even more.
You get even more. You're given a better price.
But
from
wait,
them.
there's more.
There's more. Yeah. So shout out to them, Overland Spices. Is it Nate? No.
God, I'm gonna screw the Tate.
Tate. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, wait, I know it's close to that.
Yeah. I have like too many Nate
He's
friends.
cool. I was like, hey man, you want to come out? And he's like, he sends me a screenshot of how far away it was. He's like, it's over 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, don't worry
'cause
about
he's
it,
in
bro.
what, Texas or something?
Oklahoma,
I think. Yeah.
The Sullivans. I
Yeah,
just add them
he's
to
out
the
there.
website. Go check out our partners page.
Yep, they're in there.
Link
yeah,
to them there.
if you go to our website, it's got go to our partners section. It's got everybody listed there. 4122 is hooking
Hell
it up
yeah.
as well.
Nepo,
Got some
yeah.
prizes. Nepo, good guy.
Yeah, we talked about him on the podcast with
I was just
Jesse.
over there yesterday or the day before because he's hopefully going to maybe make me some new.
That was my idea.
yeah, airbag
I told you to hit him up.
cradles out of
Oh, that would be
billet
dope.
aluminum instead of the
Yeah.
shitty ass polymer that
You'll
I'm
never have to
using.
worry about it
Dude,
again.
it'd be
See?
so solid.
See?
So he's gonna. I gave him the one I have that's still good. He's gonna try and scan it and see if he can remanufacture it out of aluminum.
And you know what? Maybe that's something he can get into.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, if you can, I'll be the prototype. I'll test them out and fucking put them on your website. I don't know how many people, because airbags cradles are mostly for people trying to just haul
I used to have
shit.
them. I was the one who told you to get the Daystars.
Yeah, but like, I don't think they're really meant to be abused as much as I.
They're
abuse the
meant
shit
for
out.
more trucks
Trucks
what I had-
hauling
my
heavy loads.
application.
Yeah, and I'm like literally slamming the shit out of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think they're meant for it. But hey, maybe I got some new upgrades coming. So
Yeah, that's rad.
but yeah, so
4122. Anybody else? There was F-150 White Walker, Overland Spices, Otzi
Aussie
Gear,
Gear and
and 4122.
yeah,
All right. Well,
Hope we didn't miss anybody. I
don't
know,
think
like,
so.
I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of people out there. Botus Jerky's gonna be out there. I don't know if he's bringing jerky. Tony Adventure Power Solutions coming out.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
pick his brain about some solar. You know.
yeah, get some ideas. I mean, people are out there to just like, hey, this isn't a corporate event.
Yeah, they're not
But-
setting up booths,
but they're
and
willing to talk to you
vendors and
about
stuff.
it,
But
you know?
if they're out there, ask them questions because they're there. They love to answer.
Give him a
them.
beer and like sweet talk him.
Yeah, he'll
Whisper some sweet nothings
Yeah, if
in
you're
his
trying
ear.
to figure out some solar for your vehicle or some power solutions, check
Adventure
out
Power
Adventure
Solutions.
Power Solutions with Tony. Yeah, but yeah, they'll be out there camping, just having.
He's
they're just
going to
there
be in his
camp.
new.
Oh, is he bringing the?
That's what he uses now.
Explorer?
The Explorer?
No, the thing they got from Open River 2.
Oh, the Habitat.
Habitat. That's right.
Oh, is he bringing the Colorado with the Habitat?
I'm sure they will be.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. I thought maybe he's bringing.
I
the
want his Go
Explorer.
Fast camper. I just can't afford it.
Yeah, that thing's sick.
Yeah, that'd be.
If anybody needs it, hit up Bad Luck Overland or Adventure Power Solutions.
Yeah, dude, that Go Fast camper is a sick setup,
Yeah.
dude. All mid-sized trucks,
Yep, it'll fit.
including my Colorado.
But yeah, no.
Cool.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward just to hang out with everybody.
I am so stoked you're going to be there because I was really bummed out when you said you might not make it in time, and then now he's
You
going to be
able to
there.
pull it off.
Yeah.
Now, things have changed. So
Oh fuck! I didn't hear that.
I will be there on Saturday for sure.
Rad. Okay.
Actually, probably be up there Friday night.
oh,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking rad. Okay, I didn't think. Okay, last
So,
I heard.
so
that
are you
were,
going to taste with us, or is it just Sean and I and some
I'll
rando?
taste. I'll taste.
Yeah,
you
but-
gotta be.
Just be aware. I mean, I'm not the best.
He's a
food
picky
judge.
eater.
I'm like fucking like a basic bitch over here. I like some fucking hot dogs anymore. I'm not like a bougie fancy food person. I'm not a foodie.
We might kick him off the judges panel.
So I don't wanna be-
We're going to have a meeting, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so just like, in all fairness, like, vote me out if you need to, because I am not the one to culinary expert over here.
You're
so.
going to be regretting it when you see those dishes coming
I'm
out.
still going to taste some shit. I'm just not going to judge it.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. And that's all.
Awesome. I hope that everybody, has a good time when we're out there. And definitely, don't be shy when you're out there. Come hang out. Fucking don't, get out of your tent, cruise around the camp. Fucking come say hi. Have a beer with us. Have
Yep.
a sparkling water.
Does anybody
with
know how to
us.
play cards? Like card games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I had so much fun playing last weekend with
Dude,
my
yeah.
dad and his friends.
What'd you play?
Hearts.
Oh, it's a fun game.
I
Yeah.
haven't played that in a long time.
That was a good. That was. You know who won? Me. You know what? I haven't played hearts in forever, and I was like, "Wait, is this the one where you don't want the hearts?
I
And then there's
gotta
like the queen, and you don't want the queen.
Yeah,
honestly,
so
I haven't
The
played it in
queen
forever
of
either. You'd have
spades.
to,
Also known as fuck your neighbor.
Yeah.
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 And then you can shoot the moon if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We might have to do that because I haven't
It
played
was
that
so
forever.
much
You have to
fun,
remind me a
dude.
little bit, but I remember the lot.
Oh,
of
my
fun.
dad, he's good at it. Him and I were going back and forth because he and I were like tied at one point.
Oh shit!
And then, somehow he got. So I ended up winning. And I was like, wait, what's this game again? I was like that newbie. No, I played it many, many years ago. I just forgot how to play it. And then he was teaching it. It came back to me like, riding a bike.
Yeah.
So
yeah, once you get into
Let's
it.
get a little card tent
I'm
going
down.
on.
I'm down with that. I'll bring
It
some
was
tables
fun.
and we'll sit. I always keep cards in the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you got kids, I got Uno, I got Battleship, I got some other frisbee games and shit.
Yeah,
Well,
we have bottle bash, cornhole.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some stuff. I mean, bring
Yeah.
your own
it's
entertainment.
not a
but
crazy ass,
Yeah.
but it'll be fun. Just something what we would normally do when we're hanging out at camp.
we got
Have some time.
you know what? I need to find somebody with some cigar knowledge because I wanna smoke a cigar.
Ooh.
You haven't smoked
Play some
before?
cards. Huh?
You haven't smoked one before?
Oh yeah.
No, I have, but
I'm
like,
not
I don't
an
know about
aficionado
'em.
where I know, yeah, what's good and what's bad. If
I want to sip on some bourbon, smoke a cigar, play some cards.
Swisher sweets,
Yeah. Some backwoods.
Swishers, yeah,
Yeah, that would be fun.
yeah.
All right,
It'll be a
we'll
good
figure it out. All right,
No.
guys.
All right, good hanging out, Sean. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, and shout out Sean for bringing us some.
Oh yeah, whiskey. What kind is it?
It's the Boulay, but it's a bullet.
All right, it's the
barrel strength.
Boulay bourbon.
Yep.
The uncut, limited bottling. The barrel
It
strength.
was delicious.
Good stuff.
Barrel strength. Yeah, it'll be on the table. So if you're
He signed it.
he signed it. If you're a guest in the next Well, I don't know how long it'll last us, but
I do like the boulet.
is good.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, their rye is good. I like all of theirs, but so this is that one was super smooth and tasty, so it was good stuff. I love how it's 60.1% or something point. It's got a point something.
Yeah, 60.1%
because you're
alcohol by
saying
volume.
each barrel or something is
Yeah,
different.
I looked it up and it said each batch is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the uncut.
Yeah.
They don't, moderate.
Regulate how. Yeah.
Could be high, could be low.
Hey.
What is you said Chef Sean and then you circled a B. What does that mean?
For the barn, the logo.
Oh, the barn.
Barn.
Oh, I was like, oh, what is it like Circle Ben?
Circle B Overland.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for bringing that gift, and can't wait to camp with you and judge some really good food.
I can't wait for the food. Bring it on.
Can't wait for the food. Yeah. Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you out at Little Smokies, or we'll catch you on the next one here, right?
Yeah, buddy.